What up, YouTube? It's your boy Velvet Jones. We're about to go live on TikTok real quick. Got an amazing topic today. We're going to continuation. It's a flip off of what we started off on the other day. So I'm about to get busy right now. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. And I truly, truly appreciate y'all. But we go. Alexa, continue. Lily. Good morning. Welcome in, y'all. What up, though? Good morning. Good morning. Friday morning, y'all. We gonna get it in. What up, though? What up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I kind of like that song. I don't know why. I just do. Song. Music, boy. Something about music. Anyway, good morning. Happy Friday, y'all. We're going to get right into this. So what we're going to do is how we always do. Be yourself. What up? Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday. Fun day. Friday. It's ready for the holiday weekend. We're going to get it in. That J. Howell, boy. Bananas. Bananas. Get the broskies up in the building. What the brothers at? I told them. See, I'm thinking it's a game. What up, though?
What up?
Ain't nothing. Wait for Okay, waiting for the other rascals to pull up. The little rascals.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome.
Happy Friday before Christmas.
Happy Friday, exactly right. We got a long one coming, but I think it's gonna be litty. Oh God! So, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are here, for those that was here Wednesday, we're going to do a little. I'm gonna do a two-part question, one for the men and one for the women. But of course, I'm gonna start with the men first, and then we're gonna jump right into these women. Because I want to hear the brother's perspective, and I think that some of y'all women should truly hear what some of these men have to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for a minute. I'm gonna wait. No, babe, it's something different. See, it's something totally different.
I told you you don't come up with something different.
No, it's the same thing. It's basically what we talked about Wednesday, right? Remember we talked about Wednesday?
Yeah.
How long um do a man see value in a woman that's abstaining, right?
Yeah.
She said play that Usher song. What Usher song? She said play the Usher song. I'm trying to figure out what Usher song she talking about. What Usher song, sis? Yeah, because I'm trying to wait for 7-5, and then we'll probably let another brother up so that way you know what I'm saying. But I just want to hear men's perspective. I truly do. Alexa, continue. So we're going.
You feel me, girl?
I guess you're talking about that one. Trying to wait for the brothers, but yeah, we just gonna do because I think that from what we were speaking on Wednesday, and I know a lot of people was in their feelings in the beginning until we made our perspectives about it. But I think so. What I'm gonna ask today, the questions I'm gonna ask this morning, like I said, it's a question for the men. Yes, sir. So my thing is this: the question that I have for the men is going to be for the men, and I want some of the brothers come up because I want to hear their truth. I don't want nobody sitting and sugarcoating it because it sounds good. I need to know the truth, like how they would really feel and react to the question I'm about to ask. And this is pertaining to what we spoke on Wednesday,
I saw that. Don't worry about it.
right?
The
And then and then and then on after gentlemen say what they say, I'm going to invite some of the women up because I want to ask them. I want to ask them a question as well. Friday, and I just want to get perspectives. You know what I mean? So still trying to wait to see if the brother's here. So if any of you gentlemen would like to come up, you can start letting some of the brothers upload this because time is of the essence, and he'll pull up when he pulls up. If y'all want to start letting some of these men up, any brothers that want to come up and answer this question I'm about to ask, by all means. It's a simple question, and I think brothers need to be heard. And brothers be coming to lie, they be hauling tail when they gotta come up. I ain't coming up there. It's all right. Anyway, good morning, fellas. So I know the other day we talked about. I'm gonna do a recap on what we talked about the other day. So what we talked about Wednesday: do men find value in a woman that's abstaining, right? So we ran through that. So my also question today is how long how long are you truly willing to wait? Meaning, if you are in a relationship with this woman or you're creating a relationship with this woman, and you know she's abstaining, you as the man, and let's be honest, fellas, how long is a man truly willing to wait? Mm-mm-mm. That's the quiet part for me.
Hey, question. Are you referring to marriage? Or what we talking about? Give me some more parameters, bro.
I gave you the parameters the other day. If we are,
Are we talking about pursuing marriage, or are we just talking about
if you are in a relationship with this woman, knowing that she's my question is, how long are you willing to wait? Yes, prior to marriage, relationship, whatever you want to do. Yes.
That's easy for me then. My answer is until I get married. And that's what I need. For me, I think until she feel comfortable herself, give her the cookies. How long you gonna stick around until she feel comfortable for her to give up the cookies? So I'm gonna give it. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm calling cap. I'm calling cap. I would wait. I wouldn't want to do it until she felt comfortable. But I think after a while, I'm gonna be like, all right, if you're not comfortable, if you ain't comfortable now, maybe you ain't ever gonna be comfortable with me. So maybe I need to, yeah. But I don't know what that number is. I don't know if it's a month, 2 months, 6 months. You know what I'm saying? A year. So hold on. What you mean, cap on who? Me, sir? He's now.
Not to look in the camera.
I'm just trying to see his little thumbnail. No, I'm calling cap. Listen, if that's something that you've already demonstrated, then of course it's not cap on you. It don't apply to that. But what I'm saying is, I think for both. But yeah, okay, all right, you little miniature Q over there in the purple.
With the purple, all right.
I didn't even have my Bustelo yet. You already got started. Get off my school colors, bro. No, I get what you're saying though. I think for most, I'm gonna be honest. I think for most men, that would be very hard to do. But I think you would have to have. I think if you're not able to. I don't even really want to say that, but I'm going to say you must have had an incredible connection with her, which most men we don't experience that a lot. Let me say it this way. I'll add to it. And the reason why I said what I said, it was a twofold thing. Number one is it's where I was spiritually. That's number one. And number two, the old me had did all that. You follow what I'm saying? So it wasn't important to me. Like I said, if we be in 2 bad marriages, the last thing I was trying to do is have a third. That makes sense. What was more important to me was who is she in my life, and who is she in her own life that would bring it together as one. That what was important to me. Real talk. I get it.
Let's bring in the little brother. Good morning, little bro. 7'5". What's up? Welcome in.
Good morning, y'all.
Blessed morning. So we're doing a recap of Wednesday. Remember, we was talking about do men see value in a woman that's abstaining. So my question to some of the men are, how long are you truly willing to wait?
Man, listen, for the right woman, I'll wait till we walk up that altar. I know it sounds crazy. See, here's the thing. It's definitely a case by case. It's based off of your experiences. It's based off a lot of things, principles. Because, like I said, for me, I saw young dudes getting diseases and everything at 16, 17. So I had my experiences. I ain't gonna act like I did it, but it wasn't as fulfilling for me. I grew up seeing my grandparents, so I wanted that. That's what I wanted since I was a kid.
I wanted that kind of love. When I saw them looking at each other across the room like nobody else was in there, that meant something to me. That did something to me. So I've been praying for my wife since I was 12. My boys they got on me about it too. Like I said, I'm not gonna act like I didn't stray from it because I'm still a man. But once you stray from it and you get out in the world, you're like, man, this ain't even. It's cool here and there. You have your mic. I have my times, but at the end of it, it's like this ain't. You left like that. This ain't it. So I'll wait. I'll wait till we walk around also. That's just me though. I know that ain't general.
Oh yeah, no, you ain't waiting for me to say something.
Hey, 7-5, it's me and you tagging team, bro. I'm not even trying to get with these two brothers here. They won't bring it to us. Hey, bring it. It's Friday. Bring it.
Hey, listen, we definitely the minority though. Look,
it's all good.
But that's my point.
That's my point. I think that's my point. I think my point is that I don't think that's the norm. But we're speaking our truth. So yeah, I get what y'all saying. But as men, if we're speaking, I guess we can't speak for all. Yeah, I'm gonna speak for most men on this. A lot of men struggle. But here's the other thing. To y'all's point, something both of y'all said that's consistent is it's spiritual. You were talking to God about that. You were looking for guidance. You know what I'm saying? There was God invited into that journey where most of us is out here kicking it, trying to figure out who. Which is why even if you're out here, two failures. That's the reason why I had two failures, because I was trying to do it on my own strength and and with my own principles and with my own way of doing things based on how I saw things. We're not even gonna really get into what I saw a marriage was. You follow what I'm saying? Because I'll be pulling all kinds of dirty laundry on family members. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm saying based on the information I had available to me, my bandwidth it wasn't even, I didn't even have a bandwidth. It was just two strings. You feel what I'm saying? So I went off of that, and based on that, I got the results I got, which was not one, but two failed marriages. And I'm not blaming them. I'm talking about me as a man. I came to the game and wasn't even in the stadium. I was in the parking lot.
They said it's definitely God, bro. Like you said, it's nothing but God. I don't take no credit for it because I remember my wife said to me one day, and it really shook me, even though it's something simple and profound to me, because she was like, "You ever wonder how we ended up being who we are? Could have ended up in completely different families, completely different upbringings, everything like that." And so that mindset, just to think like that, I was praying for that. But that's like you said, that's based off of, like you said, God. God put us with the families He did. We had the experiences we had, and a lot of it's our choices as well. We got free will, so I made some mistakes, but He brought me out of the pit, man. And after I saw certain things happen to certain people, like I said, I had a few times with some women. I'm not going to speak ill on any women in the history, but it just wasn't. It wasn't this. It wasn't this. I was looking for this, and so for me, it was like, man. Once I came to God, I went like 6 years. I went 6 years being celibate, abstinent. That's abstinent. So I'm like, man, I want the right one. I'm tired of messing up. When I go out there and do my thing, and on my way, it was 6. I went 6 years. Like when I first met my wife, we were just
same here.
I went 6 years.
Same here.
Yeah, abstinent, man. And I used to get joked about it, man. They was like, bro, they called me Virgin Mary. They're like, bro, it's like, bro, I used to get clowned. They blew up my bro with drag. Like, bro, you need to go out here and get something, man. That's why you over here talking this nonsense. And I'm like, bro. But at the end of it, you know what I'm saying? It's God. It was definitely God. Right about that.
Yeah.
Right about that.
I'm with you on that. And the last thing I'm gonna say is this, for now, is that real talk. That was the conversation. Because don't get me wrong, I was out here wilding before that. Before I really had a sit down. Let me say this: I didn't have a sit down. I was dragged to the table, and me and God was talking to me, and I was looking at him like he was side eye, and then he was like, "All right, keep it up." And then I got tired of keeping it up. That's really what happened. I land.
So I want to say something real quick. First of all, I commend y'all, but and basically whatever man chooses to do, you choose to do. But I'm just going to say this: majority of the men right now don't even have a timeline. They're not really going to wait. They only going to wait to a certain extent. Because here's the thing: some men will wait for that one woman, but they'll be out there doing it with somebody else just to fulfill that need, to fulfill that void. Believe it or not. And sometimes these women thinking, well, I got the right man. He's not out, he's waiting for me. Yeah, he's waiting for you because he's conquering something else at the same time. So of course he's gonna wait. He ain't got no problem. Like, listen, I always got that side piece. So as long as I can wait to marriage. I can wait for all these things with this woman. But guess what I'm gonna go do? I'm still gonna go down there and knock somebody down when I need be until she's ready. Yeah, I call it spade a spade.
No,
See,
you're right. You're right, bro. Like,
Believe
I
that.
definitely dealt with that. Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
No, you're good. I just said I believe that to be true. Like you guys are, I definitely commend what y'all did, and I think when you find yourself in situations where it's like, where you're really struggling with something, whatever it is in your life, that's when you make those changes. A lot of people don't. Just when it comes to the physicalness, I think a lot of people struggle with restraint on that because of actually so many different things, like using it as validation to feel wanted and feel desired. You know what I mean? And so I think being able to abstain is definitely, it's commendable. I just don't think we live in. I think you guys are the exception to the rule. Maybe not the only exceptions to the rule, but you guys are a small minority of a small percentage of that. Because I think people really struggle with not introducing that or trying to wait. And I agree with Velvet. I think it's like, okay, I'll wait for her, but I'm gonna go knock this down while I'm waiting.
and to your point, I love what you said too, Ford. And I don't want women getting it twisted. There are some men that are just weak. Let me just say that. There are some men that are just truly weak, that they don't have the patience. They don't have that restraint to hold back and actually be willing to wait for that woman. So we got to call a spade a spade. You have two different sides, two different men. Now you have those brothers that are willing to wait for you, that will wait because he sees the value in you. So he's willing because he's like, yo, this is my wife. I would rather marry this woman before I lay down with her than lay down with her and then realize we're not compatible. So doing that is the most is accurate. Yes. Being able to be with someone and spend time with that person, to fall in love with them, to fall in love with that person, not with just the act.
Agreed. I completely agree. And I'm gonna piggyback off of what Brother Ford said. Is that it is a minority. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what it is as of today. But I guess we as men have to ask ourselves: are we going to remain in the minority or the majority? Because remember, if we're talking to our true, one of my true principles are, and that I hold myself to is, if I'm the man and I'm held accountable, meaning I'm held accountable to Lace, my line, how I line up is, I'm his glory and my wife is my glory, and then the kids fall into place. So I look at it that way, meaning that is true. We are the minority, and unfortunately, that is the case for right now. The question we really ask ourselves is, how long are we going to be there?
Right.
That's a great question, because the reality of it is that there's nothing better than, let me tell you something. When you're trying to get your mind right and make sure that the situation is right, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? Nothing will give you more focus than abstaining, because then you have to really focus on that individual and what you guys are actually building. I 100% agree with that. But I also agree with being able to do it without abstaining. I just feel like it's where you're at in your journey and what you've gone through. Sometimes you need to make those changes, because it's like, just like to your point on, I ain't gonna do this a third time and not be successful. You know what I mean? So I need to make sure that I'm very clear and I'm very focused on what's going on here and where I'm moving with this woman. Feel me?
And that is the,
Absolutely, big bro. Like you said, it ain't something where it's like if you don't do it, you're not gonna find your wife, or you're gonna be out here just stumbling all over. I hope no one takes it like we saying that because we not angels. Like I said, I ain't gonna say I didn't have my moments wilding out. It was in that I realized this isn't what I want. It brought me back to my grandmother, my grandfather's dynamic. But I'm gonna be honest. Like I think that is what it is. Also for some people, I even say a lot of people. A lot of people didn't get to see that. I saw a woman take care of her mother, even though her mother hated her. I mean, literally hated her. And like I said, I remember being young, watching her and my grandfather look at each other across the room. Yeah, the moments where you feel like they probably felt like nobody else was seeing it, and I was young and I was seeing it. Like I said, they were like my best friends, and they helped raise me. My father left me at 6, so I wanted that. I wanted what they had, and since I couldn't find it, like I said, we human, we men. I ain't gonna sit here and say I didn't fall to temptation at times. Ladies, y'all know how God made y'all. A lot of y'all look, but I still wanted deeper than that. I still wanted deeper than that, even in being lost in the world. I still wanted deeper than that. I just was young and I was angry, and I also, like I said, I was just still learning. But yeah, I don't think anyone is required to do that per se to find your wife. I know some people disagree with that, but it's just we all, like I said, stages and phases.
no, you're right though. I want people to understand this too. When it comes to a man, even though we waiting for this woman and we're not pursuing anybody else, or we're not laying down with no one else, does not mean that I have to marry you. Does not mean that, I mean, I see certain things in you, but then there may be some qualifications that I may see that I may not like. So at that point, that gives me the opportunity to be like, you know what? I waited for this woman, and it wasn't about it wasn't about laying down with her. It was just the fact that we just didn't find things in common. Yeah, 75, you good.
Agreed. I definitely agree.
I just want to say real quick.
Go ahead.
This my opinion. I won't brag. Real quick, I do think though that if we are going to take it that level with someone, we should only do that if we see ourselves being with this person long term, like really being with this person to the end of time type thing. That's just my take on it, because I think when we go into that, it just changes us as people.
But you know what, though? You have to understand too, and I get what you're saying, and I respect it. But at the same time, I can be spending time with this woman and just find out that she's truly not my person, regardless the fact of, even though I waited, I wasn't trying to lay down with her. I just tried my best to get to know this woman, and you got to understand that sometimes, just sometimes, people just aren't compatible, regardless the fact of how long you waited, how much time you put into that, how much time you put into that person.
You're right. You're right. God looks at our heart. So if your intentions were pure, if you went into it truly trying to get to know this person and thinking that, and that act happening, it was like I felt like at the moment I could see myself with this person, and things just didn't pan out. Then that's, like you said, that is what it is. But I think if a lot of us, bro, a lot of us, we just like what we see, we like what we hear, we just trying to have a good time type deal.
Right. But my whole point was, it's like this. You can meet a woman that may be abstinent. You can be abstinent, and she's telling you, listen, I'm not trying to sleep with no man until married. And you be like, I'm not trying to sleep with a woman until I get married. So that's the one thing that you may have in common. But as time progresses, you start to realize, like, she's not. Sometimes God can send you the right woman, and we push that woman away. It's not that she doesn't see us. We don't see her as men. See, we always sit here and say, and I can sit and I can hold myself accountable when I always tell women that your husband can't find you. But at the same time, we also got to look at it from a man's aspect. We as men, we can't find our wives because we're looking in all the wrong places. See, God can have our wife standing in front of us, but we looking past her because we looking at what we want to see. See, a lot of times I always throw the fact that how women need to stay still. But if the woman is staying still and we're busy and we busybodies and we moving around, how can we see the woman that we're supposed to get, that we're supposed to truly have, if we looking past her and looking at that other chick because we looking with our own desires?
Yeah. True story. That's called maturity. You know what I'm saying? When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I did as a child. But when I became a man, I put away a childish thing. And that's where the rubber meets the road for us men.
Yeah, I would say I'll speak from my experience.
I think there was a time in my life where I was controlled by Smex. That's what I was after. And man, you make bad decisions. you make some bad decisions when you allow yourself when you allow that to control you. So as I gotten older and wiser and more nicely seasoned, that's actually it's not what drives me now. I look for a good woman, like a good person, not even just a good person, right? And somebody that I have something in common with and can have good conversation with. And the physical part is second to it. You know what I mean? Because it's important, but it's not as important as I was making it out to be when I was younger. So now I understand the value of waiting and just kind of seeing what this connection is with me and this particular whatever individual to see if that's actually someplace I want to go with it. Because I ain't trying to catch more bodies. Not at my nicely seasoned age.
Uh-uh. Even that person is placed right in front of us as men. We for some reason, we just find ways to destroy it. I don't understand that part. Like, the right woman is placed in front of you as a man, and you just keep messing it up and don't even realize that you just messed up a good thing.
I seen a lot of brothers do it, bro. And like you said, none of us is perfect up here, so it's like even if you don't get in front of the right woman, like you said, a lot of times we'll pick the wrong woman. Like we'll know somewhere, and it's like I can say for sure, every woman I went before with, and it's not a shot at them, but I knew somewhere in me, I knew this wasn't the right one, and I still try to stick it out to see maybe something to change, and this, that, and the third. And then I'll be honest, it was also where I was at in life. One of the women I was with, she was kind of like how I was. She used to get in fights and everything like that, and I thought that I'm like, yeah, while I'm knocking him out, she gonna be testing your girl jaw, like, and that was attractive to me for whatever reason. But the funny thing was, I still wanted her to be like my grandmother, which just wasn't real. My grandmother wasn't like that. She was strong, but she was soft. She was wise, but she was also calm and everything. It wasn't arrogant. So it was a lot of it was me as well. I tell people that all the time. I know I was the reason God hadn't released my wife to me yet. Even when I first met her, I just came to God, so I wasn't ready to leave. I was a babe in Christ. She had been in Christ her whole life. I was like, man, I don't know nothing about no brothers and sisters of Christ. I'm still learning. I'm still in Genesis.
And that's where you get your feelings hurt though, and or you hurt feelings is when you know it's not the right person and you try to stick it out and make it work.
But how do you know it's really not the right? Let's be honest with ourselves though. How do we know it's really not the right person if we always trying to make something work as a man? We don't.
I think what 757 is saying is that you feel it. You know, you're trying to make it work, but you're feeling it, and you're feeling some things inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this probably isn't the right situation. I've gotten to know this individual. I'm realizing there's some things that maybe I won't go so far as to say non-negotiables, but there's some things that's going on with this individual that just don't work with me, and that's just who they are, and that they're on their portion of the journey. But there's things that we can see with them that we're like, yeah, but I do like the A, B, C, and D. So let me kind of stay here and chill. But eventually, all that blows up, man. Eventually, it all blows up. It never works out, and you sit up there like, man, I gave it too much energy and too much time.
I feel that too because as far as it didn't never happen to me before, but I've ran across a couple of cats, and we sit around, and we made it all this long time, we'll see if this gonna be the right person. We waited for the cookies and everything, and then somewhere down the line, she wound up giving the cookies up to somebody else, and we just spent it all this time waiting for the cookies and thinking she's gonna be the right person. And she wound up giving the cookies up to somebody and didn't even have to wait as long as, the next, say myself, didn't even have to wait as long as I did.
So Let me tell you something, brothers. I gotta tell you this and understand this. When you meet a woman and she's not giving you the box, but she's giving it to somebody else, that dude already been in the picture. He already been in the picture. That ain't nobody new to her. He's already been there. She just chose you because she's trying to find a way out and trying to. That dude already been there, and that is that one of those. One of those, and sometimes, and I heard women say, it's just that type of dude I can't just let go. It's something about him that keeps me attracted to him. There is no attraction there, to be honest. All you doing is just he's a good sexual partner. That's all he's good for. He has nothing else to offer you. So you're trying to find you. And this is just my thoughts. And I think that some women try to find a value in the right man so they can escape that dude. But that dude still got that hold on him. But I'm gonna leave that. What happened, Unc? You good?
No, I was agreeing with you, boss. We talked about this before, man. When you're in a situation where the person you're involved with in a relationship, male or female, and the relationship ends, and all of a sudden you find out that the next person already is in your space and already taking up occupying the apartment you used to live in. They were already there. The reservation was already made. That ain't a new thing. That was pre-ordered.
And the sad part about it is, she knows. That woman knows that she's making you wait unwillingly. Like you're pouring into this woman, and she's making you wait, but knowing that this dude down the block can get it whenever he wants. And and some of the sad part is, some of them have that guilt feeling, like I can't believe I'm actually doing this with him, but this one is so nice to me. And it's the problem that I have with that is, it feel like you're being taken advantage of as a man. And to be honest, if you cannot realize that as a man, then there's something wrong with you as an individual, to be honest. Because you can tell if a woman is actually like, look, I know it's been this long and you still ain't giving me nothing. Like, come on, really, 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 sister? Like, really, is what we doing? Like, serious. Because what happens if you try to marry this woman and you put a ring on her finger? Let's just go hypothetical now. Now you want to marry this chick and you put a ring on her finger. And then what? You think she's going to still stop sleeping with old boy? Heck nah. It's going to make matters worse. And then sometimes men do it because they just want the box. I'm going to marry her because I waited 2 years for this. I've heard men say that, man. I waited 2 years for this. Like, dude, you what? Huh?
He wasn't on the team though, but he wasn't on the team. He was on the practice squad.
That's fine.
He had a 10-day contract. Not even on offense. He was on defense. He was JV. He wasn't big. He's on JV. It's not funny, but it's a fact though, man. That's like no different than how we hold women to that standard. Like, you can't tell a woman telling me I've been, in with this guy for 6-7 years, he ain't married you yet. You ain't on the first team. You're not the first round draft pick. You're an undrafted camp. You've been invited as an undrafted to camp. That's it. He's
But
still looking.
I think that, but see now, I think that some men figure be with a woman, but you know what? I think it's time for you. You need to stop. You need to break this absence. We've been together this long, so you know I'm the right one. And they try to convince these women to stop doing what they've been practicing. They truly do, because they want to be that one to crack that egg. They want to be that one, like, yo, I know I'm the man that's going to get out of this. And to me, I think that's one of the foulest things a man can do. Like, if you know this woman has been preserving her body, why would you want to be the one to crack it for? Like, what do you like? You know what I'm saying? You ain't the chosen one, bro. You're not.
True story.
You know what it is, bro? Some people, when they want you, they just don't want no one else to have it. And we all have been people like that. Like, you're not even really trying to lock in with me. You just don't want to see no one else locking with me. You know the kind of person I am, and I'm basically like a safety net. At the end of the day, once you're done playing the games and running around, you'll try to see if I'm still at the end of the game, at the end of the road. Pick up the pieces.
That's definitely sad because there are a lot of folks that walk around here and their so-called first love and forever love. Imagine this is how crazy this work is. You're gonna tell somebody that you are legitimately interested in, and you want to have a life with. You know what I'm saying? They may not be married, but you want to have a life with. And if this other person shows up, you got to lend credence to them. What? They always gonna be their person, really. And there are folks out here who accept that, which means that tells me a lot about your self-esteem that you're willing to accept that. If that's what makes you happy, cool. But I'm built different.
Yo, that's crazy work.
The crazy thing about it is people are prone to accept a lot of toxic stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't even just have to be around the snacks, man. If you look at some of the individuals, I'll look at some of the individuals I dated. Like, what was I thinking, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, it was some years ago, but I had dated somebody. I remember I stopped dating everybody for a year. Like, I needed to detox from how toxic that situation was. I needed a year separation. And so some of us are prone to making bad decisions. And some of us, I would say some of us are prone to making bad decisions. And so we have to have some discernment and really slow walk ourselves into situations and allow ourselves to get to know people and really see who they are before we allow ourselves to go there with them. Because if we don't, from my experience, I haven't made the right decisions when it came to who I was, I guess you could say, lusting over, as opposed to getting to know and starting to like.
Bruh, I can be honest with y'all, something that y'all don't know. Well, y'all might know. I was married before and dated my ex-wife 4 times after we got divorced.
Crazy work.
Hey, that's different.
Now you talk about transparency? That's transparency. 4 times. And you know what the sad part about it was? It was almost every other season.
You know what?
That's different, bro. That's different.
We just changed the seasons, fam.
Every other season.
But you know what though? It's beautiful thing is though, bro. You didn't walk into it like a lot of people do. A lot of people will see the signs and still keep going like, nah, this ain't it. But they'll still try to force it, try to put that puzzle piece together that we know don't fit, man. And then 20, 30 years later.
And but you know what though? I thought it was love. And it wasn't love. Wasn't love. It was the lust of that. It was the lust that I had for her.
I'll be transparent, bro. I'll be transparent. I had one I was on and off with for almost 10 years. Almost 10 years I was going back and forth with this woman. Really, I wouldn't even say 10. It was like 6 or 7. And that was mostly just because of lust. It was because of lust or whatever. I like what I saw. I like what we did and things like that. But she was crazy. She was nutty. I ain't gonna lie. I'll still say that. I don't care what no one says. She a whole nutcase.
Yo, basket case, bro. No, she was a basket case, crazy as but you know what the sad part? I was lustful for the craziness and the smacks, to be honest. That's all it was. It was nothing else. We had nothing else in common. Like, that's all it was. And the moment we get into something, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. And then here it is, fall to go through. Here come winter, we back together again. Like, dude, crazy work. Crazy work. But
what I always think about, bro, is what I want this woman. I'm at the DMV. What I want this woman to be my family. I'm for y'all.
No, yeah, you good, brother.
All I think about is what I want this woman to be my family, man.
You ain't listen. We know you in the DMV. Just keep talking, brother. We know you there.
Now serving.
Just keep talking, brother. We know you there. Just keep talking.
Now serving 757. Exactly. Now serving 757.
But I don't think that I don't think it's a mistake. I think that sometimes when you're not fully yourself or truly know yourself, that you you cling to the lustful parts of certain things of your body because it's easier to cling to lust, harder to cling to love. Hardest thing to do is love somebody. Easiest thing to do is lust over anybody, regardless of fact, because love takes work. Lusting, I don't need no work to put to be in lust with somebody. It don't take that much work.
It's innately in us, bro. It's innately in us. It's a part of our flesh. It's a part of the flesh. And that's why you gotta bring it under subjection. It's a part of the flesh. Lust is a part of the flesh. It ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna lay in wait till you get caught slipping.
I feel like, tell me what y'all feel about this. I feel like most people don't even know what true love is. And if you don't know what it is, it's really hard to really focus on it. Whereas lust, it's instant gratification. It's real easy to lust over someone or something and be satisfied and gratified, fairly quickly. Whereas love is something that needs to be watered. It takes time to grow. And so I think that's why people, tend to fall in lust, or maybe they say in love. I think that's a whole different topic. But I think when people just fall into that lust, mistaking it for love because they like so much what's going on, but don't necessarily realize what actual true love is. And that takes some work, and people lazy.
I think love. No, go ahead, brother.
I was going to say I agree. They say if you love a flower, you wouldn't pick it. You got to take your time with things.
I think that love to me is when you, as an individual, as a man, when you know that you're in love with a certain woman, that you change your ways, your habits, the way that you move, the way that you start thinking, everything changes without you even realizing that you're changing it until you actually find yourself like that. Because love is a happy, it's a joyous feeling when you're in love with somebody, when you want to speak to this person on a regular, when you can't resist, not when you're sitting at work and you just thinking about this woman, like, yo, I wonder what she's doing right now. Will you want that urge to want to speak to her and just want to call her just because? I'm just calling you just because. Why are you calling me for? You just called me 5 minutes ago. I know, but it's just something about you. I just wanted to call you. Love have you doing stupid stuff that as a man that you don't even realize that you're doing. Throws you off track. You find yourself doing things. Oh, and here's the beauty of it. You find yourself thinking of her before you almost think of yourself. I wonder if she would like this. I wonder if I do this. I wonder if you don't even realize you're in love, bro.
Is that love or was that lust?
No, that's love. Because if I'm lusting over a woman, totally different opportunity, totally different thing. I'm not worrying about all that. All I'm worrying about is like, yo, what's she wearing? When I'm gonna come get some of that box? That's lusting.
I think there's a fine line, and I think this is where he may be going. I don't think lust is the one that you should compare it to. Infatuation should be the one you should compare it to. Sometimes we get so infatuated with people, those things can look and feel like love, right? But I think one thing that you did say that I do agree with, when you're that person's best interest, you put them before yours. That's when I start feeling like I may want to talk to you all day, every day, right? But I still may be like, yeah, but I still need to make sure I get this, and I may need to get that. When I start putting somebody before me, when I say, oh no, wait a minute, this is what she would want. You know what I'm saying? And I don't call it sacrifice. I don't like saying calling it sacrifice whenever we need to do that. I just call it adjustment. I think people that are truly in love with each other and they're getting together, you just adjust to each other. It's not necessarily a sacrifice. You don't necessarily pull something away that's innately who you are. You just adjust how you deliver it and how you show up with that. And they have to adjust as well based on who each individual is and who you guys are as a couple. That's just my thought.
Brother Ray.
Because my understanding of love versus lust, lust is self-centered. It's self-gratified. It's the other person is an object. They're no longer a person. I'm seeking that thing for just one particular situation, not to grow anything, not to give of myself of anything, or not to even respect them as a person. Just to simply say that. That's just my personal opinion. That it's self-serving. It's selfish, and in its core roots, lust is.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. Let's welcome in brother Ray Robinson. Welcome in. Good morning, my brother. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for the request. Yeah, I was saying in the chat. One of my favorite lines, when I was younger, I would say, a female would say, "Hey, do you love me?" Or she would tell me that she loved me. And if I didn't love her, I would say, "I love being with you. I love seeing you." That's not to be confused with "I love you" back. But I just wanted to be honest with her. So I do agree that sometimes it's a fine line, right? But I think I knew early on that it was a responsibility for me not to mislead anybody too. So in the effort to still show respect and let her know that I cared, I was just trying to say that, which was the truth. I just didn't want to say I love you if I didn't. So very fine line.
But
I also think love is a choice. Because we're not always good lovable. You know what I mean? There's times where we may just not be so lovable. And we choose to love. We choose that love in those moments. And to me, that's more powerful than anything. That to me, that is more powerful than anything, to say, I choose to love you, even though right now you own every one of my nerves. You know what I'm saying? But it's a choice. And I think that's when you find the right person, you continue to make that choice for that love for them.
That's a fact. If you put it in the context of what Christ did for us, he didn't want to drink from that cup of wrath. He did not want to sacrifice himself. And there was a moment he didn't want to, and he asked God, to take that from him. But he did it regardless. Even knowing a lot of us would mock him, wouldn't believe in him, anything else. And this is not to make a religion, just using it as an example. That's love. But you said doing it in spite of. Even if you got on my nerves today, I'm still going to jump in front of this, whatever I got to do for you.
But you know what though? You can. I gotta do what I gotta do. I just thought about something with this love word, right? Listen, you can love a woman from the first day. I love you. I could tell 100 women that I love them, but that don't mean I'm in love with you. It's a difference. See, we throw that love word around. Yeah, I can throw the love word around all day, all day. You can walk around, tell women on your job, yeah, but man, I love you for that. I love you for that. I love you for that. But at the same token, am I in love with these women? No. I'm only in love with one woman. I can love as many people as I want. It's a difference. It is a major difference. This is where people use the word and get it confused. Oh, he loves me. Yeah, he loves you. Yeah, he loves you. Oh, I love her. Yeah, I love that woman. But it's a different type of love. All love ain't the same. See, we got to be able to dissect that word love as well. Because see, we can use it, but at the same time, if you're not using it in the right context, what's wrong with it? Are we not supposed to love one another? Let's keep it. Let's call it spade a spade. People want. People. Hold on, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kermit. I wasn't. Let me finish my thought. I had a thought. Let's call it spade. Let's call it for what it truly is. People use the word love, but and then they want to use the word of God. And I'm not. And this for anybody Bible thumpers. I love y'all. For all you people that are followers, and I respect it. But let's call it for what it is. Are we truly not supposed to love one another? Love one another as what? I mean, let's go with it. Let's go with it.
As Christ loved the church.
Thank you. So therefore, how can we not use the word if we're supposed to love one another? Bottom line. So you can walk up to a woman and be like, you know what, sister, man, I love you, sister. And what's wrong with that? She'll probably look at you like you're crazy. What you mean you don't even know me to love me? That's not what I mean. I love you because you're my sister. Bottom line. Even if it's a woman that you are with, you know what? I love you and I appreciate everything that you do. It's a difference. But for me to turn around and tell a woman I'm in love with you, now that's a whole nother ball game. Now we playing on a whole nother field.
Like my grandfather went up to New New York for 2 years trying to get my grandmother, man. Like, took a bus, took a taxi. Like what you said earlier, brother. Like you said, that's one of the clear ways to know, because a man can marry you and still not truly be in love with you. We already know you have a kid, but you're not in love with you. Like I said, a man changes. It's not even necessarily him changing his entire self. He makes changes, trying to be better for you. That is one of those clear signs. Because it said, if a man just lusting for you, I'm just trying to crack. So at the end of the day, and then I also think it's something that things actually matter to you. Because if I'm just lusting for you, I don't really care what you're talking about. In a lot of cases, you can be disrespectful, attitude, and anything. I know what I want, so that still ain't gonna really stop the mission. But if I actually love you, you actually have a window. You actually have a way to actually hurt me. I'm actually letting my guard down and actually being vulnerable with you. Versus if I'm just out for what I'm out for, you can be talking whatever, talking crazy. I'm just here for that good time. I ain't really paying it no mind.
Let me ask you this: is love something that you earn? And so let me, in the context, I hear often, yeah, I love them. I can love somebody, but if they do too much of this or they do too much, then I'm going to take it away, or I wouldn't love them anymore. And I feel like when I think of that, my thought is love is something that you give, not something that you necessarily earn. I feel like you earn respect. I think love is something that you give. And to me, that's more transactional when you're saying, okay, well, I love you as long as you don't do these things. And I don't necessarily feel that true love is transactional. I feel like it is relational. Like we have children all the time where we're always going to love them, but we may not necessarily like them, or they may be putting us through some stuff, right? And we may be struggling to even like them at that point, but look, we're still going to give them that love because that's just who we are, right? Do we? Is there stipulations, all right? Can true love? I guess the question is, can true love be true transaction?
Well, you know what though? Here's the thing. We already got love inside of us. Without it, some people don't even understand that we already got the love inside of us. It's already embedded in us. So does somebody deserve it? Everybody deserves love. Do I have to give love or show love? Now that's up to me if I'm willing to show the person love, or if I'm willing to give that person love. But at the end of the day, it's a choice that it's also a choice that I choose to do. Because I can still love you as an individual, but not like you. I can still love you I can still love you because of who you are. But I don't have to agree with everything that you say or that you do. I can be like, yo, I love that brother, man, but I just can't hang out with him. It's a difference. And you can still love somebody and not want to be around them. Bottom line. It ain't like the hatred part. You know what what people understand is they truly don't hate somebody. They always say, I can't stand you, I hate you. Do you really hate me? Because you know how strong the word hate is? Do you know what it really takes to truly hate somebody? Like it takes a lot of energy to really have hatred, because hatred will cause pain. Pain causes suffering. Suffering causes death. So
Go ahead, Bill. My fault. Keep going, bro.
So when I say I love you, you didn't earn it. I did it because that's how I truly feel. Nobody has to earn my love, because it's not something that like what are you gaining? I can love you and you can still burn me and you can still diss me and you can still do whatever. But guess what? That's not going to stop me from loving you because of what you did to me. Don't work that way.
Yeah, I agree with Velvet on that. To answer that question, I get what you're saying, and too, I love that question that you asked me, bro, because I think true love is priceless. But I'll say this, like Velvet said, to this point, you can't. I can still love you, but if you burn me, I'm just gonna have to love you from a distance. I have something like that going on right now. I'm not gonna say who is a family member of mine, and I still got love for them, but I think, man, it's context to it, because I'll say, and a lot of people might disagree with this, but we're supposed to try to love like God. I don't think we can ever really love the way that He loves to that extent, because you're right, love everyone to some degree does deserve love. I don't think there's anyone in this world, even people that are so far gone, and we feel like, why would I have anything to do with them? We should try to love them back to being a better person. But I definitely think it shouldn't be transactional. It shouldn't be something where, oh, you didn't do this, you did this, and I don't love you. Even people I don't talk to like that no more, I still got love for them, regardless whether they believe it or not. I still got love for you. I just might have to love you from a distance. But if things have changed and we could possibly reunite, I'd be open to it because I ain't never stopped loving you. If I ever loved you, I always will love you.
You know what, though? I want to say something real quick. This one thing that you can never turn off is love. You can't turn it off because it's too much inside of you for you to turn something off that's already been put in you since birth. That love had been put in you since birth. You can't turn it off. Because if you turn it off, then you're just an empty vessel.
I don't think. I think. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I think who you fall in love with also depends on who's speaking to your love language, right? It can be transactional all day. You can buy me everything you think I love, but if you're not speaking in my love language, it ain't gonna hit the same, right? Or if you're not buying me anything but and you're just a halfway decent person, I think me personally, I'm gonna start falling. If you feed in my love language, it's over.
Yeah, I think people. I think a lot of people right now. There's terms and conditions in love, and I'm sorry, that's just not. It's not love. It's not love, man. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? The purest one, that agape love. Let me tell you something. There's no terms and conditions there. You know what I mean? And I'll give you a perfect example. I got some brothers that I used to run with. I still love them to this day. I don't fool with them no more. But I can literally think back at the times and really say I still love them cats. I love them then. I love them now. I just don't roll with them. I don't roll with them now. The love don't go. I don't take the love. The love don't go nowhere. You know what I mean? I may have to limit or cut my access to those individuals, but the love is just the love. And I think when we are trying to heal from even relationships or friendships that are broken up, the best thing that we can do, or when we get, not to say the best thing, but when we get to the point where we can start thinking about the good times that we had with those individuals, that's when you're ready to move on and keep it moving. Because as long as we are allowing those individuals and their presence or their thoughts in our heads to hurt us, we're going to find ourselves in an uncomfortable situation. However, if once we start choosing to remember the love that we had for those individuals and the good times that we had, that's when we are ready to keep it pushing. But so many people have a hard time doing that because they want to hold on to the anger and the hurt because it makes them feel alive, and that's how they've been surviving. They've been surviving. That's what fuels them. Peace doesn't fuel. The crazy thing is, peace doesn't fuel a lot of people. The chaos does. The trauma does. The toxicity does. That's why it's so important to understand who we are and what we're going through. And then when we go talk to somebody, we're very transparent with whatever therapist that we go see, because we will go to therapists and tell them things that, and they will diagnose us and give us feedback on stuff that isn't even the truth, because we haven't been truthful with them. So when I say that agape love, I'm sorry, y'all. I hear. I know people think, oh yeah, well I love condition. If you're loving with conditions, then you are not. That's not love. That's not to me.
That you ain't. No, brother. I agree with you 100%, and I hate agreeing with people. But you're right though, because love don't come with conditions. I mean, you can't put chapters on love. I mean, love is love. It is what it is. Like, it's the purest. It's one of the purest things on earth. Love. Listen, I love you. How hard is it? But if people throwing it around, and like you said before, I'm only going to love you because of what you do. I'm only going to love you from a distance, and I'm going to love you from a distance. If I, like you said, if I rocked with you before and we don't rock no more, that doesn't mean I ain't got no love for you. That doesn't mean I don't love you no more as a man. Still going to love you as a man, but guess what? We done with each other as far as dealing with each other. You don't always have to deal with the person that you love. That's the problem that some of us still go through. Like, and let's use it in relationships. And women be like, I still love him. Why you still love a man that hurt you? I mean, I can understand, but why would you still want to be with somebody that hurt you, even though you still love them? Fine. But you don't have to love him and still be with him because you love him. It tickles me when you hear women like, you got real men, you got brothers that they like. I like him because he does this, but I'm still in love with Michael. Why are you still in love with somebody? Now, here's the thing. Why are you still in love with a man that hurt you? I don't understand that part. Why do some women still be in love with these dudes that they know have destroyed them? And they still want to, and it's like, what do you still see? There is no value left. You can still love them, but still being in love with somebody that has been destroying you, there is no value there. Where is it? Show me the value. Man and woman. Men, yo, I'm still in love with this girl. I can't believe it, yo. You ain't in love with her. Now that love turned to lust. You are no longer in love with her. You're just lusting for her for the simple fact. And sometimes, let me dumb it down a little bit. Sometimes you lose the one that you was in love with because of some of the actions. That's the reason why some people want to fall back. Because guess what? Dad, I'm in love with her, but I lost her. And some of us men and women don't want to hold themselves accountable for the major part that they played in losing the person that they was truly in love with. Because they don't realize the funny part is, and I'm gonna land here. The funniest thing about this whole situation is a lot of times we don't know how much in love with a person that we truly are until that person is truly out of our life.
That's true. That's a fact. That's a ugly truth, bro. And I like what Ford was saying about that too. About that, and I like what you said, Velvet. It was someone in the comments, I think it was Genesis, said that some people just love themselves, and I think that's something we have to be mindful of as well. Like you can still love that person, and that person don't love themselves. That woman I'm talking about that was nutty. I believe she is like that. I believe she only loves herself, and so I can't even knock her. That was my choice to after time and time again. And I know my sister was looking at me like, "Bro, what is you doing?" Because I think at the end of the day, you can still love someone, but no, I just know I cannot partake in this person's journey. It actually talks about that in the word too. Like some people are not lovers of good, they're lovers of self, lovers of money, brutal, prideful, all these things. It says have nothing to do with people. Had nothing to do with them. That's what the word says. So it's like I gotta love you from afar. It was also Mufasa Scar stuff.
You know, the other thing I think is, you know, a lot of people, and I think there's a misperception out there when it comes to love. There's people that say love hurts, and love does not hurt. Our expectations around what we feel love should be is and the disappointments around that is what clouds the vision. Love serves itself. That's what it does. The purpose of love is to serve itself. It's just to be loved, right? It doesn't go away. Once it's there, it is something that you can always go back on. It's what we expect from people around love, and I think we get it confused. We have these expectations, and we think it means love. Nah, love isn't. I'm telling you, man, love is what you give. We have to understand that it's not. The pain isn't from the love. The pain is from the actions of other people. Right? Yes, we can be hurt, but love does not hurt. Love is amazing. If it hurt, we wouldn't keep going after it.
I'm gonna say,
we wouldn't keep running from it.
I want to say this though. I like what you said, but love don't hurt. The only time people say love hurt is because they hurt themselves. It's not the person that hurt them, it's them. They fell in love with the wrong person. You gave love to the wrong man or to the wrong woman. You fell in love with the wrong individual, and now you think that person hurt you. No, you hurt yourself. I can't blame somebody for falling in love with them. It's not their fault that I fell in love with them. It is my fault. I fell in love with the wrong person. Now I'm hurt because I wasn't visual enough. I wasn't certain with me that I fell in love with this woman, even though she was no good. Come on, Unc.
Hey man, this is an awesome conversation. I'm just sitting here in thoughts, and I think again, I'm like my man, Mr. Ford. I always want to have a real understanding of where we stand with our definition of words. Like for example, we talk about love. Let's get to the root of it. Most of us have had for too many many years thought of love as, oh, okay, I love this person, I love that person. Understood. But agape love is what it is. It's unconditional. It's serving of others. And I say that to say because love is unconditional, but it's also as well as a commandment. The second thing about that is that we also have to understand that we tie in love too often with relationships. Relationships need to be reevaluated from time to time. And a lot of times when people say, well, love hurts, that's because you have a bad relationship with someone. And your understanding of love is in a bad place because there's no such thing as love hurts. Because if that's the case, you have to go back to the origin of where love came from. It came from the Creator. And why would He all of a sudden want to hurt us in love? That makes no sense.
Right.
Because that same love, here's the thing. The last thing I want to say, and I'm a land, because we can have a whole discussion, but the last thing that they say about love conquers all. How does love conquer all, but at the same time, it allows hurt?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I'm thinking the most pain I ever felt came from somebody that I was in love with who hurt me. Right? They crossed me. They disrespected me. I think when I'm not in love and I don't love them, and a chick did the same thing, I don't feel the same. It's like I kind of brush it off. I would beg to differ. I think sometimes you're in love when you feel the most pain, by that person as they done something towards you that was negative or like crossed you. That's how I really know. Like, man, I'm going over this one.
But you know what?
I get that. I get what you're saying there, Ray. Sometimes our egos get bruised.
True,
right?
Yeah.
And that can feel like, ooh, I must really like them because my feelings got hurt. But to something that Unc said, and actually even 757 said, I believe he was talking about not loving himself, right? And not loving himself, it was what kept him in that situation. And I think that's what happens with a lot of us. I think we find ourselves in situations with people where there's where we're not feeling love because we haven't learned how to love ourselves yet. So really, the hurt comes from not the lack of love. Love doesn't hurt. It's the lack of love. The love that we're not getting that hurts. And people have to understand that because when it's all said and done, when we're loving and we're being loved on, that is amazing. That is an amazing feeling. It is when we're not feeling that. It's when it's the lack of love that hurts. That love doesn't hurt. The lack of love hurts. But people don't understand that. So when they're looking at this and they create these scenarios in their head to justify whatever it is that they're going through, they will make it seem like, oh, love, man, this love stuff hurts me. No, you know what? You didn't love yourself enough. You know what I'm saying? You didn't love yourself enough. So how can anybody else love you the way you need to be loved when you didn't love yourself enough? And if you don't love yourself, you don't know how to love yourself. And if you don't know how to love yourself, how can you teach somebody how to love you? How can you set boundaries, right, for people to and guide rails for people to follow when it comes to being about you? Don't play about who you are. Do not play about who you are, but what you need to do is you need to find out who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you can't love yourself either. It's all see where I'm going with this? It's all going back to us. It's all going back to us as individuals. Because I'll tell you right now, I put myself in situations because I didn't love myself. So how can I expect this person? No, love don't hurt. Love is beautiful. The lack of love I have for myself, which ended up being projected onto this next person who didn't love me because I don't love myself. That's how it works. Let him cook.
Cooking with grease.
You better go ahead. So
Let that man fry the fish. Let him fry the fish.
first of all, I love that. He made valid. See, it's that Bustelo. That thing is boosting his brain cells. But no, what he said was very, very accurate. He was so accurate with it. But let's look at the flip side of it as well. See, we're talking about love, right? And I love what he said about not knowing how to love yourself in order for somebody to love you. But when you are in love with somebody, like being in love and love is two different things. Like that agape love that you're talking about, I respect that and I love that. But there's no such. But you don't hear the word says being the agape in love. See, when they said love conquers all, my thing is this: love is conquering all the fears, all the emotions, all the things that I've had embedded inside me. That's what it's conquering within me. That's how you get, like you said, if you don't know how to love yourself, that's how you know how to love yourself. When you're able to take that same love and conquer all those emotions and all those feelings that you have inside of you. So now you know how to love yourself. Because I know how to love me because I got rid of all those things, the anxiety, all the hatred, all the stuff that I didn't like to do. Now I know how to love me. So now I can show somebody, or I can't tell nobody how I want to be loved because it's not genuine. If I could sit there and tell somebody, listen, I need a woman, I need you to love me like this, like this, like this. I don't have a list of love because love doesn't come with no list. Love is pure. Love is what it is. So we gotta, and if you don't understand a woman or a man's love language, then that's a you problem. You got to create those things. You got to figure out what makes this person tick. I'm going to love this person the best way I know how. And that's all you can do. That's all we have. I'm going to love you how I feel that you need to be loved. This is how I love you. It is what it is. That's my love language. This is what I do. Now, some people, that's not, I don't want to be loved like that. But how can you tell me that? That means if you don't want to be loved a certain way, you was never loved in the first place. Because everything became a list. Your love was a list. Your love wasn't something genuine that somebody actually did and poured into you. You was too busy, already had your cup, pouring into your own cup, and then when it puts that, and then when, come on, you can't do that. That's not love. If I can't walk up to you and just love you as a woman just for who you are, for what I see and what I feel, you know what? I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that because these are my thoughts, and I'm thinking she might love this or she might like it. If you don't like the way I'm doing certain things, it's a you problem. I can never sit here and tell my wife how to love me. I just appreciate how she loves on me. And that's what people got to get to that point, to that pivotal point. I just person is doing how they loving on me.
Yeah, man.
Man, for you. Go ahead,
Go ahead, bro. No, go ahead. Y'all
I'm gonna say Ford and Bella, y'all summed it up so well, man. And even Ray touched on it, like you said, about talking about languages, but like you said, it shouldn't be a list. Like I think a lot of us just love the idea of love, so we can almost place anybody in that spot. We just try to imagine this person being something that, like you said, we have this list and this image in our mind. So it's like we hold on to little things. We'll deal with the 20% and try to make that into 80%. We'll try to, like you said, it shouldn't even be like we're counting something. We try to make so much out of so little sometimes. Like you said, if someone loves you, they're gonna pour into you. You're not gonna be constantly pouring into this person, and the few things you're getting, you try to make a mountain out of that. Like you said, it's not someone that truly loves you is gonna keep giving. Like you don't measure someone by how much they gain, you measure someone by how much they gave, in my opinion. And I know that's how God looks at us. He's not gonna look at how much wealth you amassed and how many lands you were able to conquer, like how much did you give in your life? How much did you, because that's what we're really here to do. We're here to serve. He doesn't love us because of who we are. He loves us because of who he is, more than anything.
See, my thing is this, and we got to stop, and I think men and women, as a collect, we have to stop trying to tell people, oh, you know, I need to be loved this way. Because if you're making a list, I'm not really loving you. I'm just doing what you want me to do. That's not love. That's just me making sure that you're happy with the things that you think that I really love you for. That you love about, no, it don't work that way. Because now what did you just do? You just created a representative, not even realizing that you created a representative. Because I'm not even my true authentic self, because I have to love you the way that with your conditions. These are your conditions. So guess what? It ain't none of mine. So of course, if I want to make you happy, yeah, you know what? I already know she loves this because she told me she loves this. Boom, here you go. That doesn't mean I genuinely love you for doing it. No, I'm just doing it because why? Because you put conditions on love. And love has no conditions. Make it make sense. Come on, Unc.
Yeah, one size don't fit all, right? I mean, you don't, but you know, it's just different. Like, you know, kind of like I mentioned earlier, like just you know, you gotta love people different and speak to what they value, right? What they feel, which again is talking about the love language. I do think we can generalize it though, right? You know, there's things that's going to be similar, but maybe that 20 or 30%, you got to speak to your love language. Then maybe that 70% is going to be general across the board.
But sometimes we do have to specify specifically, tailor that love and how we love to that specific person. So I think learning and understanding who they are and what they like is important there. But yeah, I think 70% of it can be generalized. Like, I'm just gonna give you sincere love, and I need you to be mature enough to see it, identify it, and receive it. And then 30%, I'm gonna just learn who you are, what you like, and kind of feed into that.
But telling me what you like is not going to make me love you. That's just telling me what you like. That's just for me to feed you. I'm just going to feed. I'm just feeding you what you want. That's it. I'm not loving you. That's not love for me. My love for me is let me do me. Let me love you to see. The problem that we have once again is we want people to love us the way that we feel that I deserve. Like, you ever hear men and women, I deserve to be loved like this. I deserve to be loved like that. But who told you that? Who told you how you deserve to be loved? You deserve to be loved by the person that deserves to love you the way that they. Come on, we got to stop with this nonsense. For real, we got to stop trying to put all these things on love. I deserve to be loved this way. Who told you that nonsense? What you deserve to be. Because even though nobody has deserved to be loved, let's keep it a buck. If we really want to go there, you don't deserve to be loved. But if love, I'm giving you love free willing. It's a free will. I'm giving you love free willing. I don't have to love you, but I'm loving you because it's already inside of me. But that don't mean you deserve it. See what I'm saying? You don't deserve it, but because I'm giving it to you. Come on, Unc. I seen your hand. Come on, brother.
Let me say this, because this to the point is as it relates to love, and I'm piggybacking on what you said, Melvin, is that because when you have all these individualized, specified ways to be loved as an individual, then what happens is, let me ask you a question. Here's the real question you have to ask yourself. So the love you need today, will it be the love you need 10 years from now or 5 years from now? Because if we're evolving, the kind of love I need today may not be the kind of love I need 5 years from now. And that's why it has to remain unconditional to a certain extent, as well as this is one of the things I pride myself on, is always learning how to better communicate with not only with my spouse, but with people. Because the key component to me understanding where you at, where you need to be, is communicating. And that requires me to have some things in my tool belt to ask the right questions. Because, we always jokingly say, back in the day we dated, what's your sign? Okay, where you like to eat? Okay, what are we actually doing? We're fulfilling those needs that that person has right then and there. But the long-term goal is what? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, again, the kind of love I needed as a 20-year-old is different as a 30-year-old, is different as a 40-year-old, even now in my 60s. It's just not the same. It has varied for me, and I land.
So,
Yeah, that's a great point.
No, come on, because I want to do something real quick. But go ahead, brother.
No, I was just saying that's a great point. That's all.
So, for my brothers, I had your men for about an hour. You got something you want to say, brother? For it?
Yeah, I do. Real quick. To everyone's point, I agree with everyone, but I think the one thing that we have to put in add here is the act of loving, as opposed to loving, just loving. The act of loving is what changes over the years, right? Any intentional action showing care, respect, or support for another, that can vary over the years based on what you got going on. Love is love. The act of loving is what we need to adjust to. So when we're thinking about love languages, right, the goal for each individual should be to understand what is the easiest way for my partner to show how they're going to show love. So I can understand that when they're showing up naturally who they are, that I can still feel that. And in addition, we still need to understand how we need to show it as well, and how we receive it. So I have to do both. I have to know what my partner naturally, how they naturally show and showing that love, so then I can be like, okay, even though it's not necessarily what I want, I can still see it. The flip side is they still need to understand how it's most impactful for me, right? So we have to be committed to both. We need to be committed to understanding how people show up naturally and share their love, but we also have to be committed to making sure that the people that we're with are feeling that love. And so a lot of times, and people don't like to hear this, we do have to teach people how to love us sometimes, man, because they may not get it. Now, I'm not saying it should be something that you got to do on a daily basis, but people, when you decide to commit to somebody, you need to make sure that they understand you to the fullest. And when they understand you, that's how they can show up best for you. So if we're not teaching them how, then what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be something that it's an overwhelming experience. It's just to say, as much as I want to know how you show up and how you share, I want you to understand how I receive it as well. So then we can kill two birds with some stones. Like if I'm not feeling the love because I'm not receiving it the way I would normally like to, but I know that's how you show it, then I can still feel it. Feel it. So it's understanding both sides.
No, I get that. But you know how you can tell, like how you could teach somebody how to love them, just straight up, just surrender your heart. If you could, and that's the golden rule right there. How many people can truly surrender their heart to the person? Because that's what true love is it not? I'm surrendering my heart. I'm surrendering you my heart now, which means if I'm giving you my heart, it is not for you to break it or destroy it. See, when we want to tell people, that's why I say can't nobody teach me. I'm just surrendering myself to you. I'm giving you my heart. I'm giving you everything. I'm going to be your everything. So I'm going to learn you, but you can't teach me. I'm learning how, the same way how you had to learn how to love yourself is the same way you got to learn how to love the person that you're with. Can't nobody teach you because nobody taught me how to love. I learned love. So I'm learning this woman and I'm learning everything about her to truly understand what it means to love this woman and vice versa. So when you give your all, when you give that person your heart, see, yeah, you're saying, huh, what? But you don't understand it. See, everything is opinion based. My opinion is my thoughts. That's why I say what I say. At the end of the day, yes, you got to learn the person that you're with. You can teach it, because once again, I can teach a woman how I want to be loved and how she could love me, but that doesn't mean she's doing it genuinely. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean just because she's doing it does not mean that she's loved me. She's just doing it because she knows, well, you know what? I know that he wants to be loved this way, so let me do it. So let me do it. Is it an act that they really want to do? Or is it just something that's to make me feel love? Even though come on. Work with your boy.
And you know what? I think we're saying the same thing, because I think it's about being intentional, right? So if you need to learn the person still has to provide you some information for you to learn, right? In essence, that could be deemed as teaching a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got to give you the information for you to learn it, right? So you need to be intentional around the learning piece. So I think we're saying the same thing, but I think it's we're saying the same thing different ways.
Right.
I'm focused on the teaching. You're focused on the learning. We're both right. We got to teach and we got to be intentional in learning.
Iron sharpens iron, baby.
You got something about something?
No, go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking true love, I think it comes with age and maturity. You know, I think early on, I love being in relationships with a certain person. But, you know, from what I know now, and I'm mid-40s, I know what I thought I loved, was in love with, it wasn't it. Just sitting here even thinking back compared to what I have now. I think true love comes with age and maturity. And you know, it's kind of like when I was listening to Velvet say, you know, you got to learn learn how to love that person or whatever. That's kind of the same thing. Like, it just comes with age and maturity. This is what's coming to mind with me.
No, and I respect.
I disagree with that. I feel like love is just what it is. What you felt like love was in your 20s was exactly what it was. Where now that you're in your 40s and you're more knowledgeable, it changes, right? And it changes. So I don't necessarily know, because I don't want to. I can't I can't say somebody that's 22 years old or 25 years old doesn't know how to love, because some people got married and spent the rest of their lives with people at those ages. So I feel like it is. I feel like it's a progression. Again, we say there's 3 loves of your life anyway. I feel like there's a progression, and as we get older and a little bit more wiser and more seasoned, I think we start looking at different aspects of love, and I think that's just that's the difference.
I like what you just said there for it. That was actually, bro, I was just thinking the same thing because, like I said earlier, my idea of love when I was younger was a woman that would fight beside me. Like if I ever get in a situation, she's out here thumping with me, and that was something that I thought would be like love. It was like some Bonnie and Clyde stuff based off of where I was at that time. But I don't think it's necessarily wrong when someone's going to fight by you. It's just how they look. They're fighting now. My wife, she fights with me with prayer, so we fight together, praying together. She's still by my side fighting for me and fighting with me. So it's not that she's not fighting. We're both still fighting. We just fight a different way. So that wasn't necessarily that it wasn't love back then that I was looking for. It just, like I said, it just looked different. Like I said, love is love. Like at the end of the day, we all want someone that's going to stand beside us no matter what, that's going to fight for us. It's just that fight looks different. And it looks different based off where we at. I wouldn't want her out here doing what I was doing back then. But I do want someone that will fight with me. And she does. We fight with prayer.
Amen. So let me do this. Mickey, what's up? Welcome in. Mickey, you with us?
Hello? Yes, yes, please. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. You got the floor. You got something you want to share?
Please, not now. Not now. I'm listening to.
See, this is what I be talking about. They just be bringing randoms up and they ain't got, listen, don't do that. So anyway, what we about to do right now, I got like I said before, this was a 2-part question live. I wanted to get my brother's perspective on one thing. But again, from what we was talking about on Wednesday, do men see value in a woman that is abstaining? Now the question is for some of you women out there. When do you know he's the right one? When do you know he's the right man? When do you as a woman know that he is the right man? And if any sisters would like to come up, it's not that nobody can come up low, but come on, read the room. They don't even know what's going on. He's like, listening. Listen from down there. So now this is the part where it gets. This is the part where okay, we got 3 in queue. Let's get them up.
Here we go.
And this is coming from being abstaining to knowing when do you know he is the right one? So if anybody, yes, could you please mute your mic?
Welcome in. Welcome in.
We're gonna start with you, Sweet. Welcome in.
Thank you. To answer the question, sometimes I don't believe you really know when he's the right one. Everything is about actions to me. It's about how you flow with each other. So I had mentioned in the comments that, okay, I am married. Been married to my husband twice. So we did divorce. And I mentioned in the comments that I divorced him because I felt like he was not in love with me. And he was brokenhearted, but I knew he loved me. I knew that. And I loved him. But he was raised different. His parents they stayed together. They were married a long time, but they lived separate lives. And I think that's how he thought relationships was supposed to be. Oh, y'all together, y'all looking out for each other, but you're not communicating and doing things together. It's just the fact of being together. So when I told him I wanted the divorce, he was like, well, no, I don't believe in divorce. I love you. I want to stay married to you. But his actions didn't say it. No, he wasn't messing around. He wasn't doing anything per se wrong. I just felt like he didn't want to be with me. And it took me to divorce him for him to realize what he was doing wrong, because we began to communicate after that. And we ended up remarrying. And a lot of people ask me, well, why did you remarry him? Or how can you be with him after you divorced him? I said, because it wasn't an ill-fated divorce. This was about us. And I wasn't teaching him anything. I wasn't trying to learn him anything. It was about me. I need you to love me. So as far as how do you know he's the one, you really don't know. It's all about perception and what that person does.
So let me ask you a question though, because what you that last part you just said you needed him to love you, but did you love him the way that he needed to be loved, or did you just?
Yes.
But because see, a lot of times when I hear certain women say, "Oh, I need a man to love me. I need you to love me," but what are you giving back to this man? What are you bringing? What are you bringing back to this individual?
Exactly. So yes, I did love him, and that's what I was trying to get him to understand. It could be something as simple as he would say, "Hey, I'm taking a vacation this month, this week. So I want you to put in to take a vacation." Great. What are we gonna do? Um, what do you mean? What we gonna do? We gonna take her things around the house. Okay, cool. So then let's plan a vacation for this week and that week. So you have to work together on things. So I was doing what he didn't want to do, or what he did not realize that he wasn't doing. My husband basketball play. He likes to play basketball with his buddies. He loves football. He's a sportsman. He likes to go and smoke cigars with his buddies and stuff. But he was not paying attention to me from what I wanted. I like to go out to eat. No, I don't club or nothing like that. Never did. I like to go on vacation. If it was something he didn't want to do, we were not doing it.
Right. Okay. So what we're gonna do is this, ladies, and no disrespect to nobody, but ladies, I'm gonna ask a simple question. I just want you to be brief, be bright, be gone,
Okay.
because we got other people and we got other people that might want to come up. So and that want to speak. So if you're going to monologue, please, no disrespect, but we'd like to do a little monologuing up. We just want to get to the base, to the brass tacks. But we I do appreciate it though.
Got it.
Thank you, sister. Um, who's next? Miss, what's your name? Miss Pretty. If that's the name. Yep, Miss Pretty Rocks. Welcome in.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. So you know what the question is? When did you know he was the right? When did you know
Okay.
he was the right man?
So when things get bad or low, I mean, financially, he's there for you no matter what. Have conversation with you, not make you feel left out. He all about you, especially if he's a family person. He's all about family. He will go all the way out to make sure that you happy.
Okay. Well, thank you. You know what? I'm about to end the live because I'm on something and it's killing me softly. Anyway, no, because there's a lot of BS going on behind the scenes and I don't like it. Straight up and down. I don't like it. Straight up. And it's embarrassing and it's also annoying right now. I asked a simple question and I said I wanted women to come up. If women want to come up, fine, they can come up. Bottom line. And I don't owe nobody no damn apology. I'm a grown ass man. I'm getting tired of that apologizing crap. Anyway, let's move on. Shift 68. Welcome in. There's nothing going on, sister. You're fine.
If you there,
Shiv, you here?
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of tests here that you may face before you go ahead and be with your person or the person that you feel like you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life. You may not never know, but your values of going through those times is really going to teach you what you expect because your age changes and your desire for certain things. So at me, I'm 28 years old. I've been married once. The person that I was with didn't necessarily value or was used to that type of lifestyle of marriage. Neither was I. All right. A year apart in age, but even though that me and them did a lot of functional things together, work out, cook, stuff that masculine and feminine both can go ahead and take care of in the household, he knew that one day, through the stuff that he was going through, he wasn't going to have no career. So I started taking up, even though that whatever he was doing behind the scenes was just unacceptable, I had to go ahead and rebuild myself.
So let me ask you a question though. So are you married? Are you married now?
I'm separated at the time.
So
Yeah, I'm
so how did you know that? So my only question: when did you know he was the right man?
When he was adamant about everything that he said he was going to do.
Right.
Say, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do this paperwork. I'm gonna go ahead and, if I have to go and get your benefits or whatever, or if I have to go and if I have to take care of you for 2 days, get Mucinex at the store, doing the stuff that you adamantly do not do for regular people is love, because that distinguishes the, okay, cool, thank you for giving me extra napkin. All right, great, I don't think nothing of it. Okay, well, thank you for packing my lunch. There are certain things that do not equate in value that I would not accept, because it's not the gift of true love. You're not making me a steak and then betting money on me when we go out and go out the bar.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna ask you one more question. Then. What was it that caused the divorce?
Well, he put his hands on me,
Okay.
so he got thrown in the slammer.
All right, say
And
less.
even at that, after the fact that happened, because I was still on the verge of like, hey, let's get therapy, this and all of that. He wanted me to figure it out, because that's not something in his divine masculine that was either taught or something that he was ready.
No, let me pause for a second. See, first of all, here's the mistake that some of y'all women make. The man lays hands on y'all and y'all still try to go to therapy. Ain't no therapy to go to. What you need to do is just bounce. Because once a hitter over, he's gonna hit you once, he's gonna do it again.
I didn't have a job. He didn't let me work.
Wait. Further, no. Stop. Real talk. It ain't that he didn't let you do anything. So that sounds like a man that was controlling you. That's what I gather. So if you allowed a man to control you, sister, that's your fault. Can't get mad at that. You allowed that nonsense. You have to listen.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. See, this is a problem, and this is for some of y'all women that's going through this right now. No man, no matter regardless of your marriage, should ever tell you, I don't want you to work. The moment a man tells you he don't want you to do something, it's either one or two things. Number one, he's trying to control you, or number two, he's going to fully take care of it. Bottom line, you only get one or the other. But for him to tell you, oh, I don't want you to work, why not? It's a double income. You're bringing more money in the house. He doesn't, that's too much control, and you gave him control of yourself.
Your job is too problematic, because, mind you, I had
But there's more than one job, sister.
His car was messed up, so he was driving me an hour away.
So then you can find a job closer. It doesn't matter oh, Lord, have mercy. If you have two incomes coming in, if he's making this much and you making that much, guess what? You put it together, you got a lot.
I already made more than
right,
him when I first met him.
Okay,
so I knew who we was working with.
All right, no
That's
problem.
Why I was all like, okay, I'm gonna just stay at home, take care of the crib, and being together too much pulled us apart. Like,
no doubt.
We wasn't even sleeping in the same room with each other.
Okay, so you know what? We're gonna stop right there. First of all, I appreciate it, because I got somebody else that I want to get to, because I can do this all day, and I don't have the patience for it. Respectfully.
Being honest with you.
No, and I understand, and I'm not saying that you're not, and I respect that. But you're listening to respond. I can't do that. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You're listening to respond. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Real talk. So I wish you all the best in whatever you're doing in life, and according to this holiday. Real talk, because I can't do that. Chef, what's up? Welcome in.
A lot of love. Let people take that control.
Okay, thank you. Chef, you with us? Shells.
You talking to me?
Yeah, Shells, come on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Very simple. For me, I've been married 8 years now. The number one thing that made me know for my person was he created a safe space for discussion. So anytime we had disagreements or any kind of topic that was that you may feel that is challenging to have. He allowed me to be able to talk freely without feeling like I was going to hurt anybody's feelings, feeling like he was going to hurt my feelings, which in turn allowed me to do the same. And so we're able to always come back to center no matter what's going on and reset. And that was probably the main thing that made me know.
See,
That's it.
Thank you. See how quick? Thank you. I appreciate you. So let's see how quick that is. Be brief, be bright. Thank you, sister. Appreciate that. Deborah, anybody got any questions, fellas, gentlemen? Any questions?
Nah.
Okay.
Keep going. I want to hear this.
All right, we're going to keep going. Deborah, welcome in.
Hi. So I believe that we spend a lot of time focusing on how to love other people, that we don't focus on how to love ourselves in order to be able to show the love to someone else.
So let me ask you a question. Do you know what the question is, what I just asked?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said that your question was
when do you know he's the right when did you know he was the right man?
when he was genuine, naturally, caring, honest, truthful. Like we're not together, but like I have a friend that we're not together anymore. We've known each other for about 23 years, and we call each other husband and wife. We studied the love of thyself, and so, but when we show up in each other's life, like I can go to where they live at right now and be comfortable. They can come here and be comfortable. There's no drama. We know how to communicate. We know how to, kind of separate when we feel the irritation in the room. Like, it's just always been a loving, beautiful thing to be able to just be genuine with one another unconditionally.
All right, I respect that. Thank you, sister. I appreciate that. I'm just asking, man. I'm just asking women a simple question, just to know, because I'm just trying to get a genuine idea. But I appreciate that. 1974. What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well,
So you know,
how do you know that he's the one? When do you know? How do I know? We speak to each other with respect, with love, with kindness at all times, even when we're not around each other. And everything, our goals in life at the stage that we're in are in alignment. We both are moving towards the same goal as single people currently, but looking to align with each other.
okay. I respect that. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Real quick?
No, go ahead.
Just I heard her say our goals at the time align. I don't know if you ever seen this movie. It was called Something New, and basically the woman was with a man that was like her mirror. They both were just focused on business, et cetera, and she ended up being like it wasn't feeling for her. Do you think that sometimes it's possible that the person that's aligning with you right now isn't actually the person that is meant for you in the long run? Do you think maybe that could be the case? 1974.
Of course, that could be the case. But this moment in time, we are moving in the same direction towards and with each other.
Okay. Because the reason I said that, because of what I said earlier, one of the women I was with when I was younger, we aligned at the time, but truthfully, that wasn't what was meant for me ultimately in the long run. And I think sometimes, when we do that, we find someone that aligns with us in the moment. It's not to say that you shouldn't, but we don't think about the long term. And we are going to change over time, but that's why I was just thinking about that, because in that movie, that guy was her ideal guy on paper, but it didn't fulfill her.
Yeah, I can see in a earlier time in my life where you think you're in alignment, but you don't, you think you're in alignment, but you're not in alignment. And so you waste time trying to get there with a person that's not meant for you. So I think now at this later stage, you know, you're more thoughtful in how you go about your life. So your vision and your goals change. So yeah, it's possible that what you wanted or what you thought you wanted has changed.
Interesting. Interesting. No, I get what she's saying, but we appreciate you, sister. Thank you. We're just trying to flow on. I appreciate you, 74. Melissa, welcome in.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone? I feel like a woman needs to know her worth. Communication is the key to anything. You have a communication, you have an understanding. And I'm listening to your pod, and I'm just like, they're not understanding what's up. I feel like if you have an understanding between you and the other person, anything that you do, anything that you want to do with one another is going to run smooth.
Wait, hold up.
But it's the communication.
You said who's not understanding? You said you listen to my podcast, but who's not understanding?
I said communication means there's an understanding between you and the other person or the person that you choose to be with. If y'all have a good communication and an understanding, you ain't got to worry. You got to know, your woman got to know her worth. You got to know where you stand. The communication is the key, and a lot of people run past that. They don't even wait to get to know what one another are before jump into something. That's why the question you asked was so simple, but everybody going all left field with it. And it's a simple answer: is communication. That's the key.
So that's what
communication is understanding.
So that's when you know. So that's when you know he was the right man. So that's when you knew he was the right man based off his communication.
I knew that person is the right person for me because I don't have to ask for nothing. They automatically gonna do. They automatically gonna take care of what needs to be taken care of. They automatically gonna stand there when you down, when you're out. Automatically, a grown man knows, like a grown woman knows. Okay, you can say you're grown, you can say this, you can say that, but action do matter. But if you have that understanding, which means that communication, I understand you. I feel you. I don't have to go and say, you know, say you need something, they know you need it, they're there for you. You there for them. Period. It's just a simple communication. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
That's how I know, because I don't have to ask for nothing. A grown man knows. They know, hey, this don't need to be taken care of. A grown woman knows that, hey, my man, he's down for a minute. Let me help him get back up. But that communication is that key because y'all have that understanding. Ain't no outsiders, nothing. It's the understanding between you and him.
I get what you're saying.
And a lot of people bypass that.
Oh my God. Sister.
They don't even
hello.
want to get to know who you are as a person.
Okay, you. It's like you're going in this. No, and we understand that, but that was a little long. But I understand what you're saying. But at the same token, if two people communicate differently, I speak. Hold on, sister. Hold on. Two people can communicate differently. That don't mean they don't understand each other. Just because I talk one way, you talk another way, does not mean I don't understand you. And at the end of the day, if you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let that rock. Listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Thank you. The homemaker, welcome in.
Yeah.
The homework house?
Yep, homework house.
Okay. For me, When I know that person is the one, they'll make me feel safe being myself. I can act crazy. I can just don't have to pretend. The emotional piece is not anxiety. The right man doesn't like keep me in a constant state of questioning myself, and it's grounded and it's not chaotic. He chooses me consistently. You don't have to shrink, you grow. I want to be with somebody that I don't have to die so they can live. Conflict is productive, not destructive. Disagreements don't turn into disrespect or silent treatment or manipulation. Both of our values are aligned. And I don't have to convince myself, this is right. It just feels right. And that's it for me.
Well, thank you, sister. And I appreciate you. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much for being bright and brief. So I will drop you out the box, but I appreciate your perspective. Thank you. So here's the thing, fellas. We heard from the women, right? From some of these women that came up. But my question is, if who, baby? If they knew that these were the right men, why they never married these men? Why these men? Why are some of these women that? And I'm not talking about the ones that may have come up, but I'm just saying, if these women are saying this is the right man, why are you not married to the right man, or are you just the wrong woman for the right man?
Say that one more time, big bro.
It just got, all I heard was crickets.
I got you. I'm listening. I just run it back one more time.
I'm just saying, right? It said, when do we know there was the right man? But some women, and I'm not saying the ones that came up here. I'm just saying, I just use that question as perspective, because a lot of times women say this the right man, this the right man, but you're the wrong woman for the right man.
Okay.
He could be the right man, but you're the wrong woman.
And that goes back to the conversation we had before. I'll jump in the water while it's hot. It's this. Remember, the process is still we're the hunters and they're the hunted. And for me, I don't want to go too hard, but you can ask my spouse. She realized that I was the one by the way I showed up. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about in every aspect early on. I knew she was the one in the first 4 hours. But it's really how we show up tells them something is going on right here. Doesn't mean you are signed, sealed, and delivered, but there's a lot going on right here potentially. And you need to do your due diligence to figure out if this is going to work. But I don't think a woman can ever really know that he's the one until you realize he showed up a certain way. We have to show up a certain way. And when we show up a certain way, the bells and whistles go off. And I'm not talking about just attraction. Attraction is a piece of it, but in your inner man, you know, okay, wait a minute, this is different. And you show up differently. And here's the thing, like we've been saying early on, we want to, not only do we want to talk to them, but we think about them. We're concerned about them. Are you good? How's your day going? We want to have a conversation. We like little kids. You say goodbye first. No, you say goodnight. No, you say goodnight first. But we show up different.
Correct. And that's why I said what I said. A woman saying that he's the right man, you don't know he's the right man. Only the right man knows that you're the right woman for him. It is a cut and dry question. It's a simple question. How do you know that he's the right one? When did you know he was the right man? You don't know when he's the right man, because you made the choice of him being the right man. It's not your choice for him to be the right man. It's for that right man to find the right woman. And until men and women can learn this, we have to find the right woman. We have to find that right woman. A woman can sit there and be like, well, when did you know he was the right man? I know he was the right man because of X, Y, and Z. No, that was what your desires were. That's exactly what your desires were. It wasn't his. Because obviously if he was the right man and he had those things and you're not together, then guess what? Do the math.
Real quick, I know I've been talking about today.
No, I told y'all what did not. I don't care how much y'all talk.
Yeah, for sure. I know that people get tired of movie references because I know it sometimes gives unrealistic ideas because that's just not real life. But I think it's just something to kind of consider, which is I think people should check the movie Something New. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people see Brown Sugar because a lot of times what we think we want isn't really what we want. And like Unc said, and you said it as well. I think all three of y'all said it. And Ray might said as well. It's like it said it speaks to your spirit, it speaks to your soul, your mind, things like that. It's people say love is an action, which it is, but it also I believe it is something that you can feel within yourself. If you think about it, a lot of times when we have those moments with somebody and it's not right, we can feel it. We can feel it within ourselves. We can feel like this doesn't. I don't feel at home here. I don't feel safe here. I don't feel whole here. Versus being with someone where it's like it ain't always gonna be sunshine. It ain't always gonna be happy. But I feel like this is the person who I'm meant to walk the rest of my life in this journey with. I feel like even if the storms come, I wouldn't want to be in the storm with nobody else but this person. I wouldn't want to. I'd rather be with this person in the storm than be with that person and it's a clear day. It just feels right. It feels like this is the person I can see myself coming back to. I can see myself falling, and then picking myself back up for like that person. Like I said, it's instinctual. It's natural. You don't even think about it. Like I know when I wake up, if I have to put my life on the line, I'm not going to even think twice about it. That worked that for me.
Not at all. And bruh, that's what we doing this morning.
No, I'm just saying. Let me add this to my brother. What the peacemaker has said. It goes back to one of the things that Brother Ford brought up. You know, is that it's one of those things where we don't realize. You know, some people were referring to love languages. One of them, if you're operating in pure love, is acts of service. When I mean by acts of service, I'm not what everybody's thinking. I'm talking about you. You will make it your business to be of service to your mate in any way you see fit. And here's the thing: one of the cool things that I like to do, and a lot of us men don't like to do, is to go shopping with our significant other. But that's where you get brownie points. Because what happens is you learn information, you find information about the things they like, the things they want to do. And here's the thing: you capitalize on that just because it's no special day, just because you've heard me say this before, fellas, your credit score goes up. And if you got good credit, life is good around the house. But if you have bad credit, life can get real funky. You gotta walk on eggshells.
And you know,
you have to ask yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
No, please. I'm sorry. Continue.
The question you have to ask yourself is: do you want to walk on eggshells, or do you just want to walk barefooted on your floor and don't have to worry about nothing being on your feet? Because that's the thing. You want to create an environment, and it's all about environment. It's like a plant. You put a plant in the optimal environment, it has no other thing to do but to flourish. And I like the fact that I get a chance to be flourishing, not only in myself, but in the woman I chose to be with me. And it's my responsibility. I allow her to flourish and be the best version of herself. I land.
But you know what the beauty of going shopping with your woman is too? It's the joke part. You're gonna get something out the deal. That was a joke. Anyway, Wisdom, what's up, my brother? Welcome in.
That's the white shoe. It's the white shoe.
It's definitely the white shoes. Definitely.
Brother Jones, what's happening with you today? Brother Ford, Brother Infinite, Brother Unc. Had a minute, the panel, what's going on? See, to expound on what the brother was saying, the good brother, you know what I call it? I call it an investment, right? Because what you build, you must invest in. So it's like, you know, your lady might become a sports fan because you're a sports fan, might not have seen sports a day in her life, but she wants to spend that time with you, so she's going to learn what you like. Learning what you like about your partner is putting an investment in what you're trying to build. It's no different than your job. You're going to have to learn something about the job to get along, to go along, whether you know the folk or not, whether you like it or not. You got to put in time to get what you want out of it. So, you know, what you put in is what you get out of it. If there's hours on day where she's doing something that you're not a part of, you don't know another part of it, well, consider that an opportunity for somebody else to learn. There's your work husbands. You know, there's your friends outside the spaces because you're not investing in that space and somebody's willing to put that time in. So I land with this. You know, the real makes adjustments. The fake make excuses. I'm done.
Yeah, I think perception is reality too, and I think what's shaping that perception sometimes is social media and the world around us. And I think sometimes women are looking at what's going on in these spaces, and they perceive that as because that's the way the world makes it look like. They go, this is good, so that's what I want. And then they get that, and they mess around and find out, only to realize that, man, this is not what I thought it was. So I think I think people need to know who they are at heart. Kind of like the brother was saying, you don't want to get in a situation where you're walking on eggshells because social media and the world around you make it seem like this was good, but now it's not working for me. I think women need to know who they are, and then maybe give somebody access that actually complements who they are.
All right, welcome in, Shea Butter. How you doing?
I am good. Hello, everyone. So I really listen to y'all a lot. I am single right now, and like you said a woman wouldn't know. But my friend that I've been dating for like 4 months, he's been consistent, and he's like, "I know you, my wife," and I'm like, "How do you know?" Because I'm feeling like I'm not sure, but he is everything that y'all say. You know what I'm saying? I can compare that. But the game changer is that he's white, and I've never been in a different relationship.
So you were a colonizer. Let me listen. I'm gonna tell you like this. It's your choice. Whatever you choose. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you as that guy. I'm not gonna do that because I was about to go way left. But I'm ain't gonna tell you something that you just said. That kind of gap. You said you've been single, but you dated him for 4 months. So which one is?
So we're not exclusive. So I am seeing other people.
So if you're seeing other people, then continue to see other people. Don't put. You ain't gotta listen. Just because you don't put. Are you just dating? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me do this real quick. Are you dating? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So you dating other people?
Yeah.
So then continue. So then just continue to date. You don't owe that man nothing. And if he's telling you he think you're his wife, come on, stop it. He don't even know you. Within 3 or 4 months, he say he thinks you his wife. Negative. That man.
I promise you. Hey, if you were the wife, he's not letting you date nobody else.
Thank you. So yeah, just loosen that noose a little bit. And you a sister too. I would go. I don't even want to do it. I'm not even going to do it. I got to restrain myself today. But yeah, this could have went way left.
Okay.
All right, but we appreciate you though. But yeah, just continue to date and have fun, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, thank you for that.
You're welcome, sister. Okay, who's back here with all these bear noises?
Hello.
What's up, Kat? How can we help you?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yes, I'm from Liberia and I'm single.
Okay. So that's what you came up here to tell me? You from Liberia and you single? We appreciate you. Okay, well, thank you for being single and thank you for being from Liberia. What they think this is a dating? This is not. It's crazy work. It don't get. Listen, y'all gonna stop. It don't get no better than that one, son.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Yo, all I gotta tell my brothers one thing: look at the white show. Lord.
Get that man some of that Bustelo so he can chill. Get that boy some Bustelo.
They came up here. Listen, no, I'm gonna tell you the crazy part. Yeah, like she see, man.
What you got for me? Like I'm from Liberia and I'm single. What you got?
Yeah, like I ain't got no green card. You better stop. Don't. Lord have mercy. It's Friday. Yes, this is definitely a Friday. Fellas.
Happy hour started early.
Shoot, yeah, exactly. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
You know what?
It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay, who we got? Bistro can't come up.
Hey, brothers, can I say something?
Yeah, come on, brother.
Go ahead, man.
It's pretty much for the ladies, really. I mean, it's pretty much for everybody, really. Hey, sisters, how do you know if he's the right one, or is it something that you guys been praying God for to send you the right one? So, which one is it? Is it something that God sent you guys, or is it something that you don't have no spiritual connection with God? It's you.
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad you asked that question to us men. When do we know that she was the right one? I didn't know. I didn't know she was the right one. I just knew she was the perfect person for me. It's a difference. Because look, how many women we always say, man, this the one, this the one, this the one, and she's never the one. See, people don't truly know who their right one is. Yo, she's the one, she's the one. I've dated plenty of women and said that they were the one and they would never turned out to be the one. But the perfect one, the perfect person. See, it's one thing when I can speak to a woman, but for me, I had to make sure, like, Lord, is this the woman for me? If she is, give me a sign. Let me know. And he gave me exactly what I needed. See, most men always want this type of woman. We want the perfect woman, but we could never get what we want. But we would need the perfect person for us, and vice versa. Sometimes you don't even understand how this person fits you so well, and it may not be somebody that you would never find yourself ever dating, or even did the type of woman that you would never thought you would ever deal with in your life.
True that.
Which is mostly the total opposite of who you are. The total, when I say the complete opposite of me, the complete opposite of who I am. Straight up and down.
To Kathy, please. Hi, Kathy. This is Shauna calling from Mayo Clinic. Calling to do your pre-intake prior to your upcoming hematology oncology appointment.
It's Friday, bro. Go ahead and finish.
I want to say this. The man knows that she's the perfect woman for him because he put a ring on her finger. He knew within those first 6 months that he was going to marry that woman. That's the perfect woman for me. I knew within 6 months. And got married within the first year. Didn't even look back. Because my focus was truly on that woman.
I'd say two things got to be in alignment. Either your mind has to be prepared for what it is you ask for, or your life does. And sometimes those two things ain't in the same place. You can have all the things in your life ready for that woman to come in and fit that situation. That might work. Your mind might not be there. Your mind might be ready for that woman to come in. You're ready to do all the right things, but your life might not be there. So you have to have, as a man, and I'm speaking as a man, for me, being married 23 years as I was, I'm going to say you have to have mental preparation or physical preparation, one way or the other. To be successful, there's some type of preparation you have had to done. Either you want it bad enough, you hustling for it, you thinking about it, you feeling it, and whatever comes in fits. Be it your man circle, your boys, whatever that is, it has to fit the desire of your achievements. You gotta want it. And when you want it and it fits, then it works. And that's what you stick with. So there has to be some type of preparation, physical or mental, and that has to fit what you're doing in order for you to know what you have.
Listen, the beauty of it is you learn as a man within yourself that it's not even that she has to tell you about the people that you hang out with. You start changing the people you hang out with. The same friends that you used to go to the bars with and all that and do all the what, you're not doing it as much as you used to. Now you might want to, go hang out with your friends every now and again. But when I say every now and again, every now and again. That means if I go out this weekend, I'm not gonna go out for another 3 or 4 months. It ain't gonna be back to back to back weekends. It's different. Things change. Not saying that you can't keep the same friends, but it's things get limited. Things get limited. As with for you as a man, and you don't even realize it gets limited, but you start to change for the better of the marriage and for the better of yourself, and plus to make sure that you're a happy spouse, because happy spouse, happy house.
Amen.
Amen. And to answer, if I can just add to what the brother was asking, I'm only going to tell you from my own personal experience, boss. I'm newly back into the game, and I'm staying in the game for only going on 5 years. And please know, 6 years ago, you couldn't told me I'd have been married. There's no way. not in my headspace. So I'm saying that to say what I did understand was it was divinely ordered. And I don't mean that to be cliche, I sincerely mean that. And on top of that, I was also in a place where if God didn't do it, it wasn't gonna get done. Because in my own headspace, I could care less about being married at that time. But when it showed up, I didn't even question it because I'm going, okay, this has to be a special appointment because this ain't what I was even thinking about doing. But I accepted it because, again, I also knew in my own headspace, if I don't do something different, the outcome is going to be the same, tragic. And then I was like, I don't want to live a tragic life for the remainder of my life, however long that is. I had enough of trials and tribulations for the part of my life that I already had. So for me, it was a matter of, hey man, this is at your doorstep. You accept the gift or do you reject the gift? It's no different than salvation. We either accept the gift or we reject the gift, but it's still a gift. Not land.
That part. The thing is, and also, but even for people that's not married, right? We got to give them grace. If you're a man and you're courting a woman, courting is one of the most is to me is one of the most respectable things a man can truly do. Is court a woman, but like, and some women don't even know that they're getting courted, because sometimes you got some women that see a man, that be with a man, that they just like, you know what, I just want to give him something. Nah, and if that brother's telling you like, nah, he's because he sees more in you than you truly see yourself, and you don't even realize it. That man is showing he values you for who you are, not because you want to lay down with him. See, some of y'all don't get it. Y'all think, well, he looks good, this, that, and the third, and all of a sudden you want to just give him some because nah. At the end of the day, that brother is courting you because he sees something inside of you that you don't see yourself, and he's going to bring something out of you that you never thought was inside. Come on, fellas. Help.
You cooking. Look, what Marvin Gaye say? I want you the right way. I want you to want me too. That's what courting is. Like you said, it's going about it. We're going to go about things the right way. Like, it's not going to be all over the place. Like, the devil is also author of confusion. God is not about confusion. It's going to be clear. It's going to be clear. They're going to be intentional. And, like, I'm sorry. I know y'all get tired of movie references, but I think growing up, seeing those things, it did kind of give me somewhat of an unrealistic expectation because, like people say, you can't expect you from everyone else. But I think it gave me a blueprint of how I wanted to love, because I remember seeing this movie called The Crow, and the way that they loved each other in that movie, they were both hurting, but they were worried more about the other person. While she's in pain, she's worried about him, and while he's in pain, he's worried about her. So at the end of the day, like you said, it's really, when you want someone, you want them the right way. You want them the right way. You want them to want you that same way. Like, God don't force himself on nobody. He wants you to want him genuinely. So if somebody really wants you, like they say, you make time for what you want.
And the beauty of it is this: a lot of times, if y'all women was just to allow that man, and when I say allow him, give that man ample opportunities to free your mind. And some of y'all need to free your mind and allow that man to make love to you. Allow him to make love to your heart, to your mind, not to your physical, but to your heart, to your spirit, to your core essence. Allow him to make love to that part of you. Let him get, I mean, let that man get, come on, y'all, man.
You know what? What I was going to say, so I could probably drop on. Yeah, so I started studying abstinence because I noticed that a lot of the time the first thing we do is get pregnant to the bed with other people. And we don't even get to know that person. We date for like 2 or 3 months, and then all of a sudden we're in love, and we don't know exactly what that is. You're not in love, you're in lust. And so therefore, some of that stuff is going to blind you from the spiritual reality of who this person may be to you in the future.
See, a lot of people destroy their futures because of their present. Don't even realize it. You're destroying your future with your present. Oh, you know what? Come on, Wisdom, because I only they not ready. Like my brother would say, they not ready right now. Come on.
This is why I love this show. I call this the Come Get This Work, because what you hit on is exposing the fact that there's work to be done when you talk about courting. You're not just marrying a person, you're marrying a family, into a family. You got to know what influences shape the person you come from. So if you don't have a father, what about your uncle? What about your granddad? What about your brother? What about your cousin? I have to know the men of your family to know how that's going to reflect upon me, because these men shaped your image of man. So there's more to it than just saying, I like you, I do. But I have to know more about, I have to want more about you. I have to want to bring in more, and that's why I said invest, people. This is your house. A wise woman builds her house. So all the women saying they don't want to build a bear, a wise woman builds her house and a fool tears it down with her own hands. That's written in your good book. So are you a builder? Are you going to build with that man? Do you cooperate with that man? Do you hold the hammer or the nail? However you get it done, you have to invest and cooperate in what it is you see coming to fruition. You must be a part of that manifestation or it doesn't get done. You have to align with that understanding or it doesn't get done. So it's not about compliance, it's not about submission, not about all the buzzwords. It's about the vibe, the feeling, what aligns with your heart. Do your mind and your thoughts and your words come together to make what it is work? But courting is a process and it is extensive. It's not just simply, you know what, I'm going to buy a protein shake and get muscles. There's more understanding than that. It don't work by walking by the gym and looking at people get muscles. You got to put work in. So dating is the good part. Yes, that's the gravy part. Everybody loves it when it's good. But when it's hard, do you still make those same choices? Do you still choose love when it's hard? Do you still choose love when it's annoying? You have to choose to do this every day, even when it don't feel good. So it's not an emotion. It's not just the happy joy. It's the hard choice when it don't work right. How are you going to figure it out? What tools do you possess? What skills do you have? Does your value that you offer translate to me as what I need? Because you could be that great person, could be the great woman, but does it translate to my needs and my value? I always say this on panels. You cannot buy a coffee with a coffee. I have to receive what you offer as value to me. Could be value to any other man, or the man you was with might not be for me, and I might not be for you. But the point is, understanding this is extensive work. So this going out there, I'm dating you, you dating me, that's anybody can do that. That's nothingness. That's the fun part. The work aspect comes in. What have you done beyond the fun? What skills do you have that makes this work long term? We're not doing this just to be having something to do. As you can see, we are seasoned. In the second half, we don't have time for these things. So you got to put the work in to get the work out. I'm done.
I want to say something that
This is a Friday fish fry. Put your orders in. Once again, it is a Friday fish fry. Put your orders in.
Nah, listen. I want to say something real quick before the sister go. Something that I got to feed off of wisdom. The thing I want to say is, courting is hard. Courting is hard. Courting takes discipline between both men and women, but mostly for the man, it takes a lot of discipline. And it also shows you how strong you are as a man, how much you are willing to put up with when it comes to this woman. Because guess what? When you courting, you're getting all the ins and outs. You're gonna get the headaches, you're gonna get the pain, you're gonna get all those things that, guess what? If I could deal with this woman now, I can marry this woman. I could deal with her in marriage. That's the basic bottom line of really courting. If I can deal with her now, I can deal with her, I can be married to this woman.
You ain't lying, bro.
No, y'all not.
Because I've got news for you. Real talk, when we in that space, it doesn't matter what you do, short of trying to take my life or unalive me, I should say. I don't care. We're gonna find a way to fix it. I'm gonna be the first one to make up if we having a disagreement. Because it's the smaller thing. I don't care about the disagreement. I want us to get back to a good place. So you are speaking truth. I'm done.
So, are you ready now, sister?
I am. Hello, gentlemen. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good. How are you?
All right, I'm just chiming in, and I just want to give my little 2 cents here. I agree. You know, I'm just sitting back and just listening to you all. I definitely agree on Bill on what the things that you are saying, and to 757, I definitely agree to what you are saying. I just believe it. I'm coming from a 48-year-old woman who is single, and I'm just sitting back, and I'm not dating at the moment. I would like to date. It's dating is hard. Dating is hard. I noticed that you gentlemen, hold on, Bill. Give me a moment.
Yeah, because you're about to get this work, but come on.
I know, but I'm ready for you though. But that's the difference. I can handle it. I'm not one of those type of women. You're not going to sit back and not going to listen, and also who's not going to take what you all are saying, because you all are coming from your experiences, and you all definitely are coming with the truth. So I appreciate that. Okay, definitely, absolutely. But getting to the point of how hard dating is, you guys had used a main term in which I liked. You guys had used the word courting. That is something that, as a society of people who are single and people who are looking, that word has been lost, of courting. You know what I'm saying? Can you break that down, Bill, of what you guys mean by that word? Because I truly believe that people have gotten away from that. When you say courting and dating is 2 different things. 2 different things. So that's what I'm saying, Bill. Dating is hard, but courting is right. What somebody put in the comments, that is absolutely work. So, gentlemen, please find the difference between the 2.
So
That's easy.
it's as simple. Come on.
It's already in the chat.
Come on, exactly.
Dating is fun. Dating is fun. Courting is work.
That's it.
Be intentional. When it comes to courting, there's a level of intentionality that comes with that. There has to be consistency. Dating is we're just gonna have a good time, go have some drinks, hang out, and see if I'm actually feeling you. But when it comes to courting, now we have to have a certain level of focus. We have to have a certain level of focus and intentionality when we're in our interactions with those individuals, because now we know we're heading somewhere. Now we have a direction, and so now we got to figure out what that looks like, and then we need to learn each other on the way. And that's what courting's about. Courting's about learning each other to see how far this could go.
So let me say this, because I told her I promised her I'd give her some work real quick. And first of all, I love what you said, Brother Ford. That was amazing. Real talk. But now you gotta get this work. First of all, for all y'all women that's talking about dating is hard, no. The only thing that's hard is that you making dating hard. Dating is simple. Don't do that. No, sister, no. I didn't miss no point. No, you can't do that. You can't. I let you talk. You gotta let me get mine. I gave you yours. That's why I gave you ample opportunity. And y'all said it, and I seen some in the comments talking about, yeah, it's hard. Dating is not hard. Dating has never changed. You as the individual has changed. You're making it hard for yourself one day. Number one, you're out there choosing men to date and picking the wrong guys. And then you spend so much time alone that you forgot how to date. To be honest, let's call a spade a spade. Some of y'all been so single for so long, y'all forgot what dating was like. And then you're talking about dating changed. No, you have changed. Dating has always been the same. There's nothing to it. We're going out. We're going to have fun. You go your way and I go my way. That is a date. Bottom line. And if you forgot how to do that, then guess what?
Yes, sir. I agree with what you are saying. I'm not disagreeing with what dating and courting. Dating is the hard, because again, we just distinguished between the 2. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you all are saying. Please trust and believe that.
Well, dating is not.
I agree with you. I'm saying that we first established the difference between dating and courting. I'm saying dating is hard. Courting is where you have to put the work in. Did we not establish that?
No, dating is not hard. Dating is easy because I'm just dating. I can date multiple women and still have fun. I don't care about that because there's no value in me dating you. I don't see no value in that. I'm just going out to. I'm just taking you out. Because you know why? Because I need somebody to occupy my time and space for that moment. So guess what? Let's go on a date. But if I'm courting you, guess what? I'm giving you all of me. I'm trying to learn who you are as an individual. That's the hard part.
That mindset. Kind sir, you have that mindset, and most of the gentlemen that's on this panel have that mindset. But again, this is where I'm saying, as a society, as to where some men have lost that concept of dating and courting because they didn't know the difference. They thought it was all one and the same. That's all that I'm saying.
Okay, so I get your point. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
Come on,
but
7'5". Come on, brother.
I get what you're saying. So like you said, it's based off of, it's really based off of where you at. Because like brother was saying to his point, if you just out here trying to have a good time, then dating's gonna be fun for you. Like, listen, we just out here doing our thing. But if you are being intentional, like Ford said, and I love that he, said that you're being intentional. If you're looking for something to fulfill you, not just to have fun, then yes, courting is what you're wanting. So it's based off of what you're looking for. If you're just looking to have fun, then your dating is gonna be fun. Because you just out here whether you're just gonna crack and leave or whatever y'all do. But if you want something real, then courting, then dating is not gonna be fun to you because it's like it's a game.
Yes.
Yeah, and the thing
You
is,
guys got it. Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome, sister. We appreciate you. Interesting.
Again, just real quick.
Come on.
And to make it simple, and I understand. I was going to ask sister because I wanted to hear what she thought. Why dating is hard? Because again, if we're being grown, the rules are very simple, as already been stated. But I think it's important. Here's what I'm going to say, and it's a twofold thing. Yes, we as men, and one of the reasons why we're doing what we're doing is to help brothers understand, young and old, this is the expectation as a man. Number two, sisters, at the end of the day too, guess what? Sometimes you have to be just as informed as we are. So you have to understand what courting is, and if you do, then you have to let the person know who you are intentionally dating, meaning you're dating with a purpose, meaning you want to move that purpose to something that's to courting. You want to move that purpose to courting, which means you're planning on being married. It's okay to pull up a brother and say, okay, so are we dating or are we courting? And then from there, based on their answer, you know how to operate. If they say we're courting, so you say, and you make clarify because you know, okay, so that means we're exclusive, meaning it's just me and you. We're getting to know each other to see where this goes. It's okay to do that because that's what we call an accurate and effective question to ask. If he starts hemming and hawing, well, then you already know where we're at. Then you can tell him, here's your reinforcement. Okay, brother, I hear what you're saying. That means we're not exclusive. That means I can date who I want to date. Doesn't mean you're smacks it. It means I can go do what I want to do because I'm a free agent. I have a free agent contract. You don't want to contract me. You don't even want a 10-day contract with me. You want me to be out here for the pickings. I promise you, if you put it to him that way, he gonna make a decision.
That part.
Not a choice. He gonna make a decision.
And if he doesn't, can I answer something in the comments? Go ahead, Brother Ford. I just want to answer something in the comments about engagement. Go ahead, Brother Ford.
It's real quick. And if he don't know what courting is, then you know the answer to the question.
So in the comments, someone was asking us to speak about engagement. I can briefly touch on it, and then y'all can go ahead. But let's just to start with dating, like the brother said, it's just fun. I'm getting to know whether I want to take this into an investment strategy, whether I want to continue on. To get to the engagement part, that means I want you to be a life partner. That and that court somebody not be engaged. Courting doesn't guarantee engagement. It simply means I'm willing to invest more because again, once I get past you and find out what your family influence is, I might not be able to date your mom or your dad or whatever comes beyond you. You're not just marrying a person, you're marrying a family. That's why there are many positions in that. Understand the work that's required. Get in behind the seeing what makes who you are marrying. You're marrying into a family. You become one family. So it's not just that person. That's why we said it's work to be done. You have to learn a lot more than just that person. You have to learn their family as well. That is what you're tying. It's about building. It's about a union, not just a union of two people, but a union of many minds. So there's work to be done. So engagement is not always guaranteed because you're courted. And dating is just the fun part. So you move from fun and then you move into something more serious once they're ready to make a life choice. Go ahead, John.
Oh.
A lot of people in our society don't know how to date. Once women give up the cat, they think that this is my man. So we live in a society where you think that secures the bag, and it doesn't.
Well, nothing can secure the bag, so that's number one.
His
But
family, you don't know, what your future would be, because everybody brings their best performance to the situation. You're gonna put on your best impression when you first meet somebody. So once you give up the cat, if you what did Steve Harvey say? Those, don't give up the cat for 3 months, because then you're going to be able to see how this individual is, and you need to see people in multiple seasons.
and y'all believe that nonsense? And
I gotta push back on that.
please, I'm about to say, you believe that nonsense? Come on.
Yeah, he lined a lot of y'all
Oh,
up.
no, not the whole withholding it for 3 months, not that. But
Well, no. I mean,
go ahead, I'm listening.
somebody in the field right now. But I was like just gonna say when he said that, I don't think a lot of women understand. A lot of men will play that waiting game like Velvet before said they just do their own thing on the side. So it's like you said, you gotta look for more. You gotta bring not just let that be the sole thing that you're trying to withhold that to see. Yes, definitely, like you said, don't just jump into something like that if you're not sure. But if you counting down days or I'm gonna wait till 3 minutes, that's not it. That's not it. Because a lot of guys will be counting with you.
Pretty much, 90 days is no time. Like a dude can wait 90 days, like 3 months. I got that. Doesn't really matter, because what you're seeing is he's just doing everything to get what he's gonna get for them 90 days. You ain't see what homeboy did. He played the long game.
Men will wait 90 years and beat it in the old folks' home.
You better, like serious.
Right, but a lot of women like discernment. Like they do like that discernment. And to have that delusion that, oh, once you give up the cat, this is my man. I'm the only girl that he's giving it to.
That's her thoughts. You know why?
It's delusional.
Well, it's not a delusional thing. You gotta understand. A lot of your women, you cherish your bodies to a certain extent, and you think, well, if I give it to him, he's mine. But you gotta ask yourself, how many other men you gave it to, and you said that to before you gave it to this man?
Correct.
So that's where the question lies within themselves. How many men have I laid down with and thought every man that I laid down with? Because think about it. If every man that you laid down with you thought was the one, then you ain't the one.
Right.
But I'm not. It ain't that man. It is you.
Or the two.
No,
Right.
for real.
And it's more so about family.
Levels. It's levels to this. So it's like it all depends on what level you at as far as in the dating game. So you can be in a dating game and to see if you're going to be cordial with someone to catch your eye while you're in this dating game. So
Right, and a lot of people are easily accessible. We have these phones now.
Well, you know what? Let's just be clear. Let me clear the air like this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you out there dating, don't give up no box, because you're just dating. Period. Keep your legs closed. Ladies, keep your legs closed. And fellas, if you know that's what you want to do, if you want to smash, tell her. Be straight up. If you're a grown man, you call yourself, I'm a grown man, then be a grown man. And tell a woman, look, I just want to take you out so I can get some of that. Bottom line. And ladies, be honest with yourselves. If you want to give the man some, get the dude some if you want to do it. Stop trying to play the long game and see what you can get out the deal. You know what you're getting out the deal. Nothing but some hardwood and some bubble gum. Pick one.
That's the level I'm talking about. Levels to this. Straight to the point.
It's the craziness that we hear, because they always say, well, a man is never honest. Women, y'all ain't honest neither. Some of y'all women are not honest neither. Y'all know y'all want to give this dude some, but yet you want to see, I just want to see what kind of man he is, because you chose to deal with this. Stop playing in people's faces.
That's the truth. And see, what we gotta do, like, I love that you said that, big brother. You said we gotta be honest. Men should be honest off rip, and a lot of women be honest too. Like, a lot of us lie to ourselves. If you like someone enough, you'll lie to yourself. I ain't even gotta lie to you. But it's better, like you said, be honest, and then we gotta understand there's lust. If it's lust, I don't care how much box you throw at that man, it's never gonna be enough. Their hunger is never quenched when it's just lust. It's when it's love, it don't take that much. It's not like I'm at home here. But when it's lust, I don't care how a man can sleep with 1,000 women and still not be tired.
Because
it's just lust.
But here's my thing, little bro, and I love that you said that, right? Because here's my thing. Now you get with a man and all of a sudden you want to make him wait. He got to wait 90 days. What made your behind so special when 3 months ago you were just giving Charlie you gave it to old boy the same week? So now you want to be special with him. Come on, like stop playing in people's faces. And nobody call it, we ain't saying you got 3 or 4 problems, whatever. Listen, some women just want to know the first day. I want to test drive the car. I want to make sure that the engine good. I want to make sure that you know what I'm saying, that I can move the stick shift and all that. Like, it's okay. Ain't nobody telling you there's anything wrong, because I'm not gonna say and tell you, well, ladies, you wrong for going around sleeping with a man on the first date. It's none of my business. I truly don't care. But if that's what you do, then do it. But don't sit there and play in a man's face. Now all of a sudden you want to be. I'm studying abstinence. I'm trying to preserve my body for who?
Come on, bro. You know that's called the
Did it go from being all access to VIP?
In the value in him, that means that she wasn't ready for that value.
Brother, she seen value in a whole bunch of men, just like men see value in a whole bunch of women. We see certain values, but it's not the value of marriage. It's not the, listen, come on, brother, we got to be real. How many women we knocked down and seen value in the women that we knocked down? Because there was something about it that made us knock that woman down. Like, come on, we got to call a spade a spade. Y'all know I don't sugarcoat nothing.
The abstinence talk is the rebrand, bro. That's the remix. Come on, man.
Exactly. Hey, thank you, Wisdom. Thank you.
I said the other day was that's the final form. That's the final form. The rebrand.
It's crazy work. But I get what you're saying, sister, and I appreciate you. But we do got to move on because time is of the essence. Come on, Hans. Lady on the bar, I can't pronounce her name. Come on, darling. What you got for us, darling? Well, tell me you don't know how to get off mute. There we go. Come on, darling. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was up here.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay, now we'll bring you back down. Well, thank you for joining anyway.
Thank you. I just want to listen in. I appreciate you guys.
Okay.
Lots of knowledge.
Cool bean. Okay, I don't know where Eve is at because Eve like she on the phone call, so that's done. Good. Come on, Social. What you got?
I'm glad this is there. I'm really appreciating this platform right now because a lot of times when I check into a lot of the lives, it's like a whole gender war. But when you are actually listening and you guys are actually teaching, like I just learned the difference between courting and dating. And so it's very educational in a positive way. That's all I wanted to say.
Well,
Keep doing what you're doing.
Well,
it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And for me, it's definitely being received. So you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you, sister. We appreciate that. I ain't saying we appreciate that as a collect.
Hey, guys.
Who's this? Who's speaking? Okay, you got something you want to share? Why do you keep coming? Come on, get your stuff together. Ladies, get your stuff together. If you come up here, you want to say something, please. I come up here with all the background noise. We are not in a concert. Like you're coming here, moving furniture, moving papers, like you're working at your desk, your typewriter not working, your staple is not staple. Come on. Let's get it together. Look at the white shoes.
Chill. Chill, bro. It's Friday.
Yeah, and I ain't had no breakfast, so you already know I'm on edge right now.
Oh, so you hangry?
Yes. I need a Snickers. I've been drinking water for the past umpteen hours. But I'm good though. Okay, last woman, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap up. Come on, sister. Welcome in. It might be a long one. Okay, I guess not. My brothers. I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't right now, dog. This was too good, man. This was good.
Nah, we came to the conclusion of the real talk is work. Now women and men who are looking forward to engaging in courting need to go and study and learn and start asking questions. What does this look like? What do I have to do? And learn how to investigate, not just say, okay, here's the representative, how to get past that, how to look behind the curtain. Because again, you have to see what influenced the person that stands before you, because you're going to marry into that family. You're going to have to deal with a mother or a father or a grandmother or a cousin or an auntie. You're just not going to deal with that person. You're going to deal with their siblings. You're going to deal with more people. You have to learn them and how they influence that and how that's going to influence you. And can you put up with that? There have been many marriages that's fallen apart simply because that spouse's family was too much to bear. So you have to investigate. That's why it's called courting. There's work to be done. It's an investigative process. Everything sounds good when you smell a representative. Everything is roses and sunshine when it's all in the honeymoon phase. That don't last. Happiness and sadness comes and stays. These things have to be worked upon. They're not simply easy things to just say, okay, I'm happy today, I'm sad tomorrow. What do you choose in your sadness? You still like me? You're not going to talk to me? Can you still kiss me? Can you still hug me? Can you still rub my back? Can you still hold me down? What's the call when it's not good? These are the things you should be asking better questions on, because you already know how to do what's good. That's the easy part of this. The conversation we talk about is getting the work done. You want to get the work done, then you're going to go to the gym when you don't want to. You're going to eat that right food when you don't want to. That's the work. So now you've been exposed. Now you know you got something to do. Go be prepared in order to be successful.
Where that the rain go? Why she dropping? Woman, why don't we drop it? Because we about to do this.
That's, let me piggyback off that. Wisdom. I think you hit the nail on the head. Everything is easy. You know what I'm saying? Everything is easy when things are great. When we talk about putting in the work and courting, it's like when things aren't great, when maybe I do something or they do something that triggers something in you, are y'all ready to put in that work to work through it? Let me tell you something. If y'all find somebody that has your best interest at heart and is a good person, man, do what you can to try to. I mean, I know there's some one-offs there, but do what you can to try to make that work, because we're living in a world right now where everybody's just looking for the next opportunity. But you have to be willing to put in the work, because nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to be able to hit everything all the time. And if your first reaction is to cut bait and run when things aren't going right, then just be prepared to keep hopping from relationship to relationship, or just choose not to date, because there's no ownership in cutting bait and running. There's no intentionality in it, so there is no reward to it. So get your minds right, y'all.
I heard that. So let me do this real quick. I gotta introduce.
I had a question.
We got to answer.
So go ahead before you.
No. Yeah, what's your question?
No, please.
No, I was gonna introduce y'all live, but I'll do that later. But come on.
So Wisdom already answered this. So my question is more for 757 and because Wisdom said abstaining is rebranding, and I said, does that apply to men who choose to abstain too? Because I feel like today it was almost like that was the way of kind of slowly taking a dig at the women who choose to abstain. So for the brothers who chose to abstain for 6 years and then continue to abstain until the point of marriage, would you qualify that as rebranding yourself?
I would qualify as rebranding, but the thing is, and I'll say this, big sis, this is what I say. There's a lot of men that's their final form as well. They go in the church lurking and looking for women and playing on that. A lot of people play with God and use that as a rebranding, and it's not genuine. There's nothing wrong with rebranding. It's about whether it's genuine or not. And a lot of people do it simply to clear their conscience or to find somebody that they know they could possibly take advantage of this rebranding with. Like, okay, they're in this, I can say that I'm doing this as well. A lot of people, it says that in the word, like they fall away from God, but then there's some people that they never was with God to begin with. They didn't fall away, they was never with him.
And I guess my response to the question is simple. You can call it rebranding. For me, it was a cleansing, because my background growing up was womanizing. They only serve a simple purpose for a small period of time. And when I was done, I was done. And so if we spent time together for a day, 2 weekend, I'm done. I won't be bothered no more. That doesn't make it right, but that's where I was in my headspace. It took maturity, and that maturity only manifested itself when I decided to take, and as has been said, invest in myself and in my relationship with my Heavenly Father. That's when it changed gears. That's when I realized what I'm doing is for children and immature people. I got tired of being immature. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's expected from an immature person. You expect certain things from an immature person. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess you call it rebranding, but for me, it was a cleanse.
Can I just expound a little bit further for the sister? So when I think of it as a rebrand, I said in the comments, it's cute, but it's just like the same soda pop, new bottle, right? So it's saying I'm still having the same conversation with new words, right? I'm using more Scrabble words, more SAT words. When it's a complete change, I can't have that conversation anymore. So if I don't sound like myself, if I don't look like myself, if I don't talk like that you remember me to be, then that's a new person. So I respect what you're saying, when there is a change, and there are changes in people, but there's also, like I said, that remix, that rebrand. Like Brother Jones was just saying, last week you was just doing this. Now you doing this. You know what I'm saying? You done back and forth and you back and forth, so you want to change it up, switch it up when it suits you, it's convenient. The change doesn't have that. The change is just one way. And I understand where you was getting at it, but there are an understanding of the rebrands where people, run to, like the brother was saying, the church, or they run the schools, or they run to certain things to, switch it up, but they still have the same conversation. They have the same energy as they had before. It's like, you can go 0 to 100 real quick on the same foolishness, but now you look a little bit different. You done cleaned up your image. That's the rebrand. When it's a change, that 0 to 100 don't exist no more. You move different.
So let me give just a little bit. Then I like the question, but I don't think a man ever rebrands himself. I think when brothers decide they just don't want to lay down with a woman because they just tired of dealing with certain type of women, so they have to find themselves again. That's all it is. It's not rebranding. I just got to find out who I truly am and start leaving some of these women alone. And I gotta, you know what? I'm tired of sleeping around. That's what it boils down. I'm just tired of sleeping around. You know what? I need to take a hiatus. I need to fall back from sleeping with all these doggone women. I'm tired. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take some time off from some of these women. I'm just going to focus on me. I'm not rebranding myself. I'm always going to be who I am. But I'm just not that dude that's going to be laying down with multiple women no more. That's it. And then maybe, just maybe, guess what? Now I happen to walk in my purpose, and then happen to find the right woman that's for me. You know why? Because I slowed down. Like I said earlier, so many times brothers miss the mark. Men miss the mark. Sometimes we sit and we tell women to stay still, but if the woman, our wife, is standing still and we go past her, because why? Because we're looking past her, laying down with so many other different women. This is the reason why when we slow down, when we decide to stop, and just like, you know what, I don't want to lay down with no more women. I'm going to chill. Now you see how the world starts moving a little bit slower, and then you start focusing a lot more. Like Forrest said, your focus become open when you stop doing certain things. So now you're focusing, and for a box that you was looking in this big, now has become this wide, and it's moving very slowly. So now you got ample time to see, to search, and look, and spot, and boom. And by the time you do all that, it's been like 4 or 5 years that you realize there go my wife the entire time. And she's probably been there the entire time, but you just kept going past it, kept going past it, kept going past it. Not even realizing. You know why? Because it wasn't your time for her to be your wife, because you had to get yourself right so you can be right for her.
Well said. Well said. Dang right. That's all I wanted to say, bro. My fault with ad living.
That's the bottom line of it.
Now, let me add this, though. Just to say this, I know everyone's probably heard, not everyone, a lot of people heard this story, the prodigal son. That father did not care how long it took for him to come home. When he came home, he celebrated him. So if it's genuine, I respect it. I'm not saying there's not women that genuinely don't learn and men don't genuinely learn. That's what happened to us. But there are some people that don't genuinely come home. They just appear, they want to appear like they came home because they know that's what it would take to get with the. None of us do that. We will give off this impression. We will portray ourselves a certain way just to gain or garner certain results, versus us that genuinely change because I want better. I'm not just trying to get better. I want better for myself, and I want to give better to someone else. Like it's been said so many times right here, it's different between I'm changing because I want to just get something better versus I'm changing because I want to give better.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce something new, something coming to y'all this Sunday. And I think that you women, the women that are here right now, please, I encourage y'all to come join and come and just going in, just sneak a peek this Sunday. It's called the Velvet Council, hosted by 3 amazing women. Well, actually 4, I'm sorry, respectfully. 4 amazing sisters that are going to give you the same thing that you're getting over here, but just a woman's perspective. And I think that y'all women, I think that it's something that women should hear. Yes, it is called the Velvet Council, hosted by Lotus Empress, Rain Love, Nudgy, and my sister, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I'm bad with names.
Sean.
And Sean, yes, Sister Sean. 4 amazing women. I guarantee you, listen, ladies, y'all want a safe space to go hear some stuff? That's another safe space for y'all to be women. Well, you can hear and you'll get your own perspective, and you can hear from women. Some women are married, so you get it from married women, single women, all that. You're gonna get it. But it's still work that needs to be done, and y'all go get that work over there. Real talk. It's the Velvet Council. If you're not following the host, follow her, Lotus Empress, follow Rain, follow Nudgy, follow Sean if she's here. But it was amazing. Last night was their first time doing it, and it was just like a little showcase. And listen, I applaud them. I applaud Black women for sisters that are out there trying to make a difference with other sisters and not have an echo chamber and not be over there fighting amongst each other, but just to have genuine women conversations where it's a safe space for your women to go up and say things that y'all want to say and say things that need to be said. Real talk. It ain't the gossip, it ain't the yah-yah, it ain't the rah-rah. It's the realness, real women, real conversations. And if you are consider yourself a real woman, that is the place to be. Hands down. Hands down. So if you're not following these women that's on the platform right now, please, I encourage you. I encourage you, ladies, to follow them. I don't know what time that.
I want to add, be checking the story. And if you're following me, please always check my story. We might pop out tonight. We have a couple things we'd like to address, and a couple of topics we would like to discuss.
Well, do you have a time tonight so they can know?
I will post it in the story. I have to collaborate with the rest of the women of the Velvet Council, and when we come to a decision as a collective, it will be posted in my story.
So we got a fish fry. We got a fish fry and some dessert.
Ladies, y'all hear this? Listen. This is what we do. We are, just to let y'all know, we are all family. The ones that's on this platform, we are family. We do this as a collect. There is none one greater than the other. We are all, to me, all the men that I rock with are equal. They are all my brothers, and I'm not greater than either one of them, straight up and down. And these are my sisters and my wife, and I love them all. I love them all equal. I love them all. I'm in love with one, but I love them all equally, just to let y'all know that.
Yeah, thank you for clearing that up, bro.
Let me just say that real quick. Yeah, right. They be like, how you love all them women out there, you man? No. No.
If I could get my last little plug in without being interrupted, I would appreciate that. Thank you. I just want to say, ladies, please show up. Please show up this evening. It's going to be a very powerful, amazing live. And again, this is a space we're not doing any whispering. We're very bold and very loud. It's not about being performative. It's a space for presence. So please come up. Leave the trauma behind, because we are all healing out loud. Okay?
So basically what I heard is these are female Joneses. So if you think I'm gonna what we say, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, they're gonna get this work tonight. Come get that work from on a woman's perspective. Not on mine. But yeah, I think this is gonna be amazing. I think this is gonna be amazing. Pull up, ladies. I encourage y'all to pull up. Real talk. Real talk. It's something that women. I'm gonna be way in the hallway because I'm not even playing. Nope, not tonight. Not tonight. But I think that this is what women need, and I think that you're going to really enjoy this platform. For real, ladies. I'm not saying it because they're my family. I'm saying it because I know what they're about to bring. Yes, brothers are invited as well. Men can come up. Brother. I think men should come too. To be honest, to hear. You know what? I think men should come because at the end of the day, they can hear what some women truly go through and what women are really trying to say. Because a lot of times we don't hear them. We only hear ourselves and we don't hear them. So it's a place where women can have a voice and they need to say what needs to be said, even about his brother, whether it's the hard truth or not. We do it over here, so why not over there?
Can I say something real quick?
Of course.
One of the things that, as we talked about last night, that we definitely will accomplish, we are our sister's keepers, right? And with that comes accountability, holding each other accountable, and giving each other the hard truth. And I think a lot of times on this space, TikTok, social media, you don't really find that. You find, people placating to a particular situation or male bashing. That's not what this is about. This is really being our sister's keeper and being that safe space where you can say what's really going on. And, men will have an opportunity to hear it from a woman's perspective. So when you think she's just tripping about a certain thing, maybe when you come in, you'll see the backstory and you'll get an understanding as to maybe why that's happening and how you all can communicate to make a better situation. So I implore everyone to come by and, as Vel would say, get this work.
Oh no, there definitely will be no male bashing. They don't bash men. It's not about bashing the men. We're not.
The ladies are male centered. So, ladies, if you think it's going to be one of those lives where we're coming up and men are this, men are that, no, it will not be allowed. Okay, we are pouring into them as they pour into us. So it will never be that kind of life.
Absolutely.
So thank you for saying that, Najee. I appreciate it.
Sister Lotus, somebody in the comments wants to know if there's an age restriction to joining the conversation over there.
18 and over.
I like how he just runs both platforms.
You damn real. I run the his out. Jay is silent, Bob is in the his out. No, that's your thing. You'll do your part.
Actually, we prefer a more mature audience. I think 18. We will not be letting up on the panel, but you can be in the comments listening. Only because we feel like you haven't had enough experience. So, and either of the ladies can correct me, but we're aiming towards a more mature crowd. All
I'm gonna say is this: your women about to get poured into like crazy. Y'all, I'm telling you, bring your cups. Bring your cups, ladies, if you're coming, because y'all about to get poured into. I feel that in my bone. Rain, you got anything you want to share, love?
Well, actually, I just want to say, please, if you can pull up, we appreciate you. If you can, you're in our prayers, our thoughts, and hopefully you'll come and see us another time, because this isn't just a one time. So we'll have another time for you to engage. It's going to be transparency. It's going to be realness. But I'm with Najee. Yeah, we going to bring the work too, because sometimes hearing the truth hurts. That's just it. So please, our apologies in advance if we say anything that triggers you. That's not our goal. That's not our purpose. We just want to make sure that we are clear, you're understood, and maybe you can get some gems off of what we're saying. Thank you.
Thank you. But thank y'all, ladies.
Men don't get this work too, because y'all gotta be held accountable too. As much as we love y'all and pray for y'all, sometimes y'all swear.
I know you ain't agreeing with that nonsense 7-5 to my facts.
And he is, and because he knows y'all be off y'all square, and we have to bring y'all back. That's the power of our femininity.
You ain't never lied.
You know what? Let me take some of this femininity back. Killing me softly. See, now we all equal. How you like that one? Everybody's in the same size box.
Slid into his fields real quick.
Nah, I'm good, bro. Listen. First of all, I love what they doing, and it's true. When you got women that a man can actually yield to and understand. That's the most important part of marriages, relationships, and whatnot. It's not all about, I need a man that's going to be like this. I need a man that's going to be like that, because that same man could be the same man knocking your head off. You know what I'm saying? And he can be very disrespectful to you as a man. So sometimes, lady, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you're trying to, even what you're looking for. Be careful what you're dealing with right now. Sometimes take a sit back and look at the man that you were dealing with and ask yourself, is this what I truly want? Is this what I truly want? Is this what I want in my life for the next umpteen years? And this man is not putting no ring on your finger. Like, look, a year or two, he ain't marry you, you ain't gonna get married. Sorry, but not sorry. Telling you straight up. It's been a year and going on 2, and this man, you ain't getting married. Straight up and down. I'm telling now, that's the hard truth. Y'all behinds will not get married. It don't take 5, 6, 7 years to get married. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. When he knows, he knows. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. When we know, we know. So with that being said, family, you know how we do. Let's chop it up so we can slide. Come on, Kermit, give me something. Real quick, nothing too long.
Wow. As always, knowledge. That's one of the things that I love about you and the rest of the brothers. This knowledge, man. This knowledge is his work. It's work. It help you help you with yourself, knowing your partner, and knowing what you want out of life.
Thank you, my brother. Yo, he stuck around all day. My man. We appreciate you, brother. Hopefully we'll see you again when we do this again. Brother Wisdom coming up here. First of all, don't be coming up here trying to outstage us. No, I'm just playing. You know we love you, Wisdom. And look, I was even bold enough to talk behind you, so you know I'm in a good headspace right now.
You was on fire too, man.
Hey, Velvet, brother was coming in here trying to get leasing some space on the strip mall. He was like, "Yeah, I'm
listen,
I would keep it short. I'm gonna stay with the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you want it to work out, put the work in. And I don't mean into other people. Put the work into you first. When your cup runs over, somebody can put their cup under yours and fill up. But then when they take theirs and go, yours is still full. So don't be fooled by, putting the energy and the action in the wrong spaces. I'm not telling you to put work into bad situations. When you put the work into you, it'll never leave you. It's never owned by another person. So you want it to work out, remember to put the work in. Peace and love.
My brother Wisdom, always coming here dropping jewels. Always. You already know you're always welcome here, Wisdom, hands down.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the love, brother.
Always. Okay, ladies.
All I want to say is the only place that you grow is in uncomfortableness. So coming to this platform, it may make you uncomfortable, but you're guaranteed to grow. Even if it's just a smidgen, you're going to grow. The same with the platform, the Velvet Council. Be willing to be uncomfortable. That's the only way you're going to grow. That's all I have to say.
I can't even say welcome to the family. I ain't gonna hold you, Nudgy. You was missed for a little bit. We're like, where the heck Nudgy go? But welcome back. Nah, listen, I know. I seen your clips. First of all, thank you for coming back. Real talk. And of course, you already knew you was part of the family from the door. So we appreciate you always. And like I said, y'all women about to blow up. Real talk. Rain, Lotus, you got anything you want to share?
I'll tell you this. I apologize because I've been very busy behind the scenes because it's my last day at work. So I'm on vacation, so I actually had to do some work. So my apologies. I wasn't engaged. I wasn't in comments like normal. But keep doing great things, gentlemen. I appreciate the platform. I appreciate that it's not any camaraderie. It's actually a very peaceful place for men to come and engage organically. I love it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep being great. And I'll see you on the women's side.
Well, let me say this to you. You ain't no need to apologize because you ain't going to mess up the bag. That's number one. You know what I mean? So, I ain't mad. Your job is more than
You
this.
see my face right
I know.
now. If you can see my face.
I'm only saying what you said to me last night. Like, y'all don't be, let him work. He ain't gonna mess up the bag. I love
You
you, babe.
still can see my face.
I know. It's all right. All right, babe. Okay, before this woman say anything, God, I always find myself apologizing to this one. I don't know why. I swear.
Wait, you ain't give me no apology. I was in the beginning. I was there for a second.
Okay. No, you don't need to apologize. I told you good. And leave.
I wasn't saying I was apologizing.
No, I don't need to. Why don't you apologize to you for now?
Okay, let me let Lotus go. Go, bye.
No. We're gonna tackle this because you try to call me out on some stuff. No, real talk. So I don't know why. Once again, I always find my gotta apologize to my baby sister. Sometimes it gets on my nerve, but it's okay. 'Cause that's what family do. We had a little miscommunication, and I said something. And once again, notice I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings, boo boo. But we just had a miscommunication. Sometimes watch the head, because I was like, no. And I'm like, how you gonna let a random up? Like, they don't even know what's going on. They come up, baby, I'm like, come on. Got drop. So, my bad.
So I'm sorry that I didn't turn my psychic abilities on this morning.
My head, I was like, because I looked and I was like, And,
Allow me, please.
okay.
I'm sorry I didn't tap into my psychic ability to know when I bring someone up on the panel that they don't know what's going on. I really wish that I could have that foresight because as soon as you did what you did, you brought someone up and they didn't know what they were talking about. So where was your antenna?
You know what? What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. I ain't even mad at you. See that? Look at me.
Okay.
Look at me. Look at me. No, look at me.
You're bringing people up on a panel.
Look,
you don't know what
then
they're going to say.
Look at me.
You don't know if they read the room. You just don't know. But what I do know is I don't deserve to be yelled at in the middle of a lie.
I didn't yell at you. I didn't yell. Did y'all hear me yell, fellas? Be honest. That's how we doing, y'all? I tell you, he was like this, yo. That's so crazy.
Whenever somebody is performing, and not to say we're performing here, nobody knows when things go wrong. You just discuss it backstage.
Yes, sir.
So I say that nobody knew anything was going wrong until Velvet, you said so. Right?
Yeah.
Let's just discuss it backstage.
Say less.
And then we just show up as who we are.
True that.
Oh, you had my back. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ford. I thought you were getting ready to eat me up, so I yielded. But thank you.
Look at the white shoe.
If you could see my face right now.
Look at the white shoe.
Nothing.
That's the dance. That's the dance y'all talking about. I got you.
Yo, was he just?
That is accountability right there. Brothers hold each other accountable. Mr. Ford, this is why we love you. This is why we love you, because you are just so fair. Thank you for that.
Here we go.
You're on the West Coast, so you get the process a little bit longer.
Exactly. Us East Coasters, we get it. We got it. Boom, bam, bam. Yeah, and it wasn't Bustella, because that Bustella had him. Yo, he was like, hold up. Boop, 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 boop. I'm like, God, bro. Y'all, first of all, I'm gonna tell you this. Thank y'all, brothers. Real talk. I sent something in the text yesterday, and I'm ain't no words can express. Thank y'all. Real talk. 7-5 Ford. Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate y'all with, first of all, with what we doing right now, and the perspectives. I love it. Whether we agree or not, I love the fact that even if we don't agree on certain things and we may have some pushback, it's still out of love, and we still find the equal, or still find the balance. That's what real men do. That's why I love what we do up here. Because I may not agree with some of the stuff that y'all may say. I may even have a little pushback, but guess what? I was trying to push back on Ford, but we still wound up still saying it's had the same message, just different ways. Regardless of the fact, We can see things differently and say things differently towards each other, but guess what? It'll still come full circle. Hands down, I love y'all.
Love y'all. Love y'all. Man, my apologies. I feel like I be talking too much, man. So that's on me, y'all.
Well, if you don't hush, talk about you talk too much.
Say that one more time.
Yeah,
One more time.
you gonna get a spanking.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you don't talk enough.
You know, look, hey, Ford, you over here, Barry White over here acting like I ain't nothing to say. Come on, Barry. You got a lot to say and keep saying it.
You got.
But guess what? Your voice is for the people your voice is supposed to pick up the frequency. We all have a different frequency, boss. And all of us are gonna pick up different people. And that's all good because guess what? It's the same mission. That's the deal. And you know, and I'm gonna say this out loud. I mean, because again, I can't tell you just a few short years ago if I was telling not only family, but you know, not just family, but people in general that I love them and I genuinely love them. So this is uncharted territory for me in the last 10, 15 years. When I tell somebody I love them, I mean it, bro. That's me. That ain't no pretend. And I understand that I had to love me first. I mean, I had to really be happy with what I see in the mirror every morning, brushing my teeth, washing my face. And that's what it really gets down to because we've already covered this, is that you really do have to have an understanding of who you are and love on you. And how do you do that? You got to understand who created you. You were created out of love. It's simple. You were loved before you got to the planet. We just somehow let somebody tell us, and usually it's ourselves, that we weren't worth being loved. And that's where we got off the rails. That's where the train got off the tracks. All you gotta do now is get back on the tracks. It ain't even that. It's gonna take work, but all you gotta do is make a decision to get back on the tracks and keep going down the course of the road you're supposed to be on. Not somebody else's, yours. I'm done. I land. Hey, my brothers, love y'all. Happy Friday. I'm looking forward to get the dessert from the fish fry this evening, ladies. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna be in the background eating popcorn.
I'll be at work. Fools got us working the whole doggone day. Unbelievable.
I'm gonna be. I love y'all, man. I guess when I say I feel like I gotta listen more because I remember. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just gonna be my thing. Is movie references.
So you're the movie man. We already know.
I like to give credit where it's due. I don't want to say something that I didn't say. I remember in Braveheart, he said to the woman, you know, one day you'll be a queen, but first you must open your eyes. And like Ford and like Unc just said, you said it as well, but all of y'all said it. I think Lotus said it. It's really knowing yourself. So I think love is like you said, that starts with knowing who you are, knowing things that you gotta work on within yourself, knowing how you want to push yourself out to the universe. So, I mean, that's like, if you love yourself, truly loving yourself, if you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else, and you can't be loved by anyone else. Like I said, not knowing what love is. So I think, like I said, it's just beautiful that we able to have these conversations. And it makes me think about that song, Must Be Nice, man. Like, you know, to have someone that knows that you don't want to be alone. I feel like that's what we have here. We know that there's people out there that feel alone. And we don't want y'all to feel like that, because none of us want to feel like that either. So I love that we in this together. Love y'all.
Love that 757. I'll be brief as well. Just make sure we understand that it's very important to grow through what you go through. Right? There's always some growth there. And to Nudgy's point, the more uncomfortable it is, the more of a growth opportunity that there is. But we're speaking of love and how to love ourselves and how to love each other. And for us as a community, we have to understand that it's not our violence that scares people. It's our love for each other that scares people. And the more that we can pour into each other and love ourselves, the more we give other people permission to do that themselves. And that's how you change. That's legacy. That's how you change culture. It starts right here. So I love all y'all. I'll land there.
I just want to say, y'all my mom. My mom. Yeah, a lot of Martin. Wow, what more can I say? I mean, I think I said enough already. You know, like your brothers. I just thank God every day. Pray for y'all. I pray for your families. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, man. Like y'all are my best friends right now, hands down. Like to be honest, it's different when you find a core group of men that you just feel it. It's natural. Everything flows naturally, and that's the one thing I love. Like everything just flows naturally. We can pick up the phone. We can talk to each other without like yo, like man, I ain't trying to talk to him. Like nah, I want to hear from my brother. Like yo, what's up? You good? Like that's important to me because I've had friends where I can call them and they, you know, I could tell like sometimes they call me and I ain't want to talk to them. But with you fellas, y'all pick up the phone. We talk. I want to talk. We text each other. We send things in the messages, which is what I love the most. And even if we don't align with something, if one person don't agree with it, guess what? I'm not going to do it unless we all are on the same accord with something. That's how I move, straight up and down. So if I come up with something and be like, yo, what you think? And if I like it, but y'all don't like it, I'm not running with it. It's all of us. It's either all of us or none of us. Bottom line.
Yeah, man. I'm just sitting back listening, just tripping off of this, you know, because who the thumb? You know what I mean? Like again, that we're talking about a group of. Now here's the fun part. Think about this. We're not trying to go too hard. I'm not gonna go too hard with this. But think about this. It's the four of us, right? And it's the four of them. And if you know anything about numbers, biblically, the number 8 is the number of new beginnings. We certainly didn't do this. We didn't have the ability to do this. And on our best day. And that's why I'm appreciative because God is so cool that he'll put the most unlikely people together and make something so sweet.
Well, you know, they said what God put together can no man break or destroy. And it ain't gonna happen, Captain. Not in my book. If you're falling, trust me, if I got a lifesaver, I'm gonna save your life. But if I'm falling, let me hit the ground because I like the pain. Nah, they could just help. They could just help me up.
It ain't going like that, bro. Like I share all y'all sentiments. I agree with what just said, man. Like I said, it's definitely alignment, and I think like I pray for you all too. Pray for y'all every day because looking at this world now, man, this is so rare. Like I said, I keep bringing it up. I remember first seeing your live, man, and even seeing people in the comments. We appreciate just every soul in here because we're not just flesh and bone. These are souls, and this is eternal energy. This is eternal. I can feel that frequency within this. I love y'all.
So look who pulled up. Tio, we know you was busy, brother. So I just brought you up. I just brought you up because we about to close out, but because you are a horseman, I had to let you up in the building. Love you and appreciate you. Thank you. And I know you're a little busy right now. I know times is busy, so you know that's how we do.
And I appreciate you. Listen, school's gonna be out here Sunday, so I'll have my week off, and you got me for a full week. But I caught a little bit of what Seven was saying. It's greatly appreciated, man. Everybody's appreciated in here. I appreciate everything that y'all have done so far. The people that are down in the comments, we appreciate you too. I thank y'all for coming in and supporting a good cause because good causes are needed. So I don't have much to say except school is wearing my butt out, but it's all right. It's all good. I get a break in a minute.
It's all right. We're gonna be right here. So just to let y'all know, what y'all see right here, it's the family. Well, maybe one is missing. D4 is missing.
No, brother.
Well, two actually, two people are missing. Dang, Sean is missing and Brother Ford. Come on now.
Yeah, but we were talking about that the number 8, right? Well, 8 is the infinity symbol. True, right? It's endless. So really what we're representing right now is an endless pouring into whoever wants to drink from this fountain of knowledge and love. And that's what it starts, and it just, like I said, it goes from us to them, back to us to them. It is endless. It is consistent. and we're going to try to honor that as much as we possibly can.
Bro, you know what? I'm finna go buy me some Bustelo.
For real, right? They call that knowledge coffee.
I don't even drink coffee, but I'm finna go get me some Bustelo.
What? I got some upstairs. I'm about to make me a whole kettle of get some Bustelo in a cup and a piece of cake.
Big Red snuck some in. The Big Red and snuck some in.
And cover girl, I'm tearing your cake up. I'm sorry.
Don't mess around and get sponsored now.
Yeah, remember his office hours are from 9 to 5.
Oh, T.O., you would have got a kick out of today. Oh, man. You would have got a kick out of today, bro. Today was the spinoff of what we talked about Wednesday.
Oh, man. Yeah, Wednesday was nice, but I hate that I missed it, man, because I was trying to get in and I saw the invite earlier, but I've got 9 projects due by Sunday, so.
Oh, listen, we ain't going nowhere. We got time, brother. Trust me, school is important, and we support you. So just let you know that we got our support, brother. Get the education come first.
Appreciate it.
TikTok
It's definitely appreciated.
yeah. This is secondary. Education comes
I
first.
see
Bro.
my sister on here too. Sis, again, it is greatly appreciated everything you do. One of you was sending me the invites when you know I'm in class, and I really do appreciate it. It lets me know that I'm really part of the crew, for real. And no cap, I appreciate you and Lotus for what y'all do, big time. And of course, some of my people down in the box. You know, one of my sisters in here is always calling, checking in. I appreciate y'all for sure.
Oh, and somebody said, "Why are you holding up a box in the middle?" We're not holding up a box in the middle. You're just not getting in that box, BB. Beat your feet. Anyway.
Not too much on BB. Not too much on BB. BB, see us later this evening, BB.
Not too much from BB.
Yeah, not too much from BB, because you know how she do. BB be in the comments talking about goodbye, okay, I'm leaving. And then the next thing you know, I said goodbye. I'm like,
Leave BB alone.
they're gonna stop defending some of these greyhounds for real.
What? It's our fan base. You was messing up our fan base. BB's women. Women's lib.
BB, let me tell you something. BB voting for dishes before they even come out. I got an issue.
Yeah, exactly. How she voting today and they ain't even got no food?
Yeah, exactly. She already voted.
She already voted for Brother Ford and it ain't even Tuesday. Make it make sense.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Exactly.
Y'all haters. Y'all, I don't got no comeback. I don't want to smoke.
Yeah. See?
Man, I really hate that I missed today. It sounds like y'all had a good time in there.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, today was different.
Ladies, I'm for real looking forward to getting my popcorn for y'all tonight. Real talk. I really am.
We appreciate you.
Seriously, I'm waiting.
I'm so excited because your wife just keeps me awake. That's all I'm gonna say. She keeps me awake. I need you. Awesome and funny.
Shade.
Really rain.
And y'all talk about me? Yeah, all right.
Just saying. Yeah, we're talking about you.
But who's worse? But now who's worse?
I said something without saying something. You say the most.
I just call it for what it truly is. First of all, don't do that. Don't do that.
But it was good conversation.
We would love to have
In the comments, BB.
Please show up.
No, because she gonna derail. All right, when she start talking about collard greens, I don't want to hear nothing.
No. What we're not doing, we're not talking about $1,000. We're not talking about $1,000.
Yeah, because the moment you get out of pocket, I'm packing you up. And trust me, I'm a moderator.
BB, don't worry about it. Can he take notes? I'm gonna modify his margin.
Excuse me? You gonna what? Let me hear that one more again. You gonna what?
Am I breaking up?
All right, brother. No, I wanted to make sure I heard what I said. What I heard when she said. When I heard what she said. When she said that something about moderating my huh? Yeah, exactly. Fix that real quick. Anyway, for all my people that was watching on YouTube, thank you for joining us. This your boy Velvet Jones about to sign out. Peace out on YouTube. Holla at your boy. Actually,
You know what?